What is going on in the chat? What is going on in the chat today, fellas? Oh, what the Sigma? I wish I knew. Yeah. Well, today is art day. Why is this popped up? I guess this is like, it's thinking this is the picture-in-picture thing. Nothing. No, where's the other thing? Because this is a thing. It's not picture-in-picture. Because I want to watch some videos with you guys. Scarlet went wacky. Wickety wackety. Okay, so it doesn't... Bro. Come on. Okay, well, I'm deleting that then. Do 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 do. Particularly in my perspective in stream, we need cringe as a nene kofu. That would be funny to have a cringe ass nene kofu. What would cringe ass nene kofu look like though? The Animal Crossing music brings back memories. It sure does. I remember. Y'all hear this? I already took my medicine. I'm a good girl. I take my normal pills. I already took my normal pills. Hold on. Okay. So, why is this broken again? Okay. Oh, yeah, I remember. I've been playing lately. Don't you have better things to do? Like, isn't there way better things for you to do? Just asking. You know, as a friend. Now I have to pull up the videos I wanted to watch again. I want to find out what's up with Otto. And I want to watch more Nick Crowley. Okay, there you go. Otto is Germa's dog. I play when your ass is asleep during the day. Well, fuck you too, bitch. Fuck you too. Yeah, this doesn't really cover much. It's just covering that. Okay. Time to find out. Wait, can you guys hear that? Can you guys hear it? Alright, no. Okay, you guys can't hear it. And then I have to do capture audio. Okay, I have to actually specify to capture the audio.
Otto is doing okay. Otto's doing good. For those of you that do not know, I'm going to give a quick little update on
Otto.
I
think I just fixed it.
Otto.
I could see the
I want to say
bar.
back in June. It's been a long time. Back in June, Otto started sneezing. And it kind of didn't stop. He got kind of worse. He got kind of better. We were trying to figure out what the hell was going on. He's had a ton of problems over the last couple of months. But
where's my pen?
What he's being effectively with the diagnosis is now, he doesn't have, we tested him for nasal cancer. He had biopsies. He had scans of his head.
Love this dog.
It's been a lot over the last couple of months, I'd say. But
No,
we're kind of in a weird
this isn't
position
going to be the
because
drawing request.
he has what is called, and I'm
not going to do
literally
drawing
reading this
requests
because
today,
it is in,
but I do want to
can't
do
even
it like
pronounce
next Friday, because I think that would be a good, because everybody is going to be
Lymphoplasmatic rhinitis.
happy for the weekend, and I think it'll be a good
it's
celebration.
actually a very hard condition to treat.
Today I'm just drawing.
So
I have no clue what to draw.
it's been rough.
But
I think this whole year has been kind of rough. It's kind of been one thing after
y'all
the other.
ever know, like, y'all ever
kind of just trying to climb out of the
draw?
bunker and get kind of back to some kind of normalcy, right?
Honestly, what
But
if I
he's
made
doing
like
better.
a little
I really
scrumbly?
thought, I want to say back in the middle of August, he had a pretty big seizure. He's Addisonian. He has Addison's, if you don't know, where stress can really fuck him up. But he is comfortable. He's happy. He's good. And we're going to keep trying to treat this chronic rhinitis, whatever it is. So he's doing good. He was running around earlier. He's got energy still.
Earlier.
He just has this problem. And I think we're getting into that period where he is 14. He's getting older, he's up there. But I'm going to, he's my little buddy. He's my little shadow.
Aww.
And I'm going to take care of him as long as I can.
Aww.
So, he's doing good.
Gerba.
He's actually literally right here. He's a precious old man. And I got my own health bullshit too. It's kind of like, at some point it's like, hey, right there with you.
You have health
about
problems?
Like mystery illnesses, right, that are hard to treat. I've been going down my own path of what the hell's been wrong with me the last 5 years, right?
Whoa.
But anyways, let's not dwell on that.
Whoa, I want to know what's wrong with you, Gerba. Gerba, what's wrong with you? What happened? Gerba! Aww. I read his update from a few days ago and immediately said, oh, it's idiosyncratic lymphoplasmatic rhinitis. Had the same exact situation with our rough collie. Months of scary tests and biopsies, constant rhinoscopies, medications, etc. Only to find out it's a chronic condition that is difficult to treat and constantly changing. It is unfortunately very characteristic of dachshunds and collies. Our little girl was diagnosed at age 4 and is doing great 2 years later. Hopefully, Otto finds the right medication management that works for him long term. Keeping him in a steamy bathroom while you shower might help him a lot. Okay. Poor Otto. Poor Otto. Now it's time to catch up on Diddy. Watch Nodo episode 1. I'm saving that for the.
I think this is a super serious one that's up there with like the same level of Epstein almost. And in following
this is Shadow, right?
Closely,
he does this
where
stuff.
I have peepers on it at all times, I'm also following
I am
his
fucked up
lawyer
because
pretty
literally
closely.
my best friend's
So I watched every interview that his lawyer has done.
one of their
Good
favorite
old
characters
Mark,
of all time.
a real patriot.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
The majority of what Mark says is just boilerplate
don't
standard
spam me.
lawyer lie speak.
No
just
spam.
a bunch of babble where
I already saw your
confronted
message
with
if you posted it
questions,
once.
Just basically deflects it or reshapes it. So if he's confronted with a question about the case, he will do his best
so
to
this is
steer
the
it
dragon
differently.
OC that
so
I
in
have.
one
His name is
interview, someone
Tatzel.
asked him point blank what he thinks about the video that shows Diddy beating the shit
He's based
out
off
of
of a
woman.
Tatzel worm.
And he says, yeah, that's bad. He basically just says, like, it's not good, beating women, boo, I'm not a fan of that. But we have to remember, he's not being indicted for
he's a
beating
man.
women.
He's a boy.
Wow, Mark. Checkmate. Right, you
I
are.
love
We
him.
do need to keep that in mind. Surely this video
He's like
evidence
kind of got
of P. Diddy
Appalachian
beating the shit
stuff
out of
going
Cassie
on.
has
Not
nothing
Appalachian,
to do with anything
but like,
else.
what is it
You've
called?
nailed it there, Phoenix,
forget.
right? You're a real shining star, Mark. And that's kind of
I
what he
forget.
does.
What is
He'll
it
take
called?
things
Like,
be like, oh yeah,
the
no, beating women, not good.
Netherlands
but
and
that
stuff.
is not what
I
he's
don't
indicted
know.
for. In fact,
But
they're
I
coming
based
after
it
him for
off
sex
of like where
trafficking. Can you
Tatzel
believe it?
worms
What
come from.
nonsense. It's ridiculous, and we're gonna prove it in court.
They're like super
we'll give
old.
them the razzle dazzle, a little bit of that slam jam, thank you, ma'am, and
They're
prove
like a
that P.
cranky
Diddy
old person.
is an innocent man. It's a bunch of fucking nothing. A giant nothing burger with the way Mark talks about it. I know he knows that P. Diddy is guilty, but he's about to get a fat paycheck for it. So there's not a whole lot I want to talk about when it comes to Mark's interviews or statements, but there are 2 interviews I want to show you and really talk about because they are beautiful. So Mark's been getting asked a lot about the baby oil. Mark has to defend so many awful, fucking heinous, and downright weird things for his client, and he has to defend all of them, mind you.
Yeah.
Which includes the fucking baby oil. And the way that he tries to defend it is so silly. He is a fucking amazing clown. So if, like, this whole lawyer thing doesn't work out for him, or if he wants to retire and just, like, do something on the side, this dude absolutely needs to get into, like, honking his nose professionally, because this shit is great.
They called them freak-offs. But, you know, back when I was a kid in the late 70s, they were called threesomes.
If these are genuinely threesomes, how do you explain 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
I don't know where the number 1,000 came.
The U.S. attorney said it.
I can't imagine it's thousands. I mean, you know.
There's already so much to unpack there. He is trying, with a straight face, to say that the freak-off parties are just threesomes.
Back in my day, they called them threesomes.
Open your eyes. There are videos from some of the freak-offs, and it's a lot different than what you're trying to
There are videos of the freak-offs?
That is just so disingenuous.
Why do we even want it? Why do we have access to that? That's...
Man, don't insult the intelligence.
There are victims in those videos. It's actually kind of bad.
It's just one Google search away. You can...
Wait, that's really bad if we have footage of freak-offs. Why do we have footage of that online? There are people who are being exploited in that footage. It's not good. It's bad.
See, it's not just threesomes, and Goober here is trying to pull the wool over your eyes by trying to convince you that it's just threesomes. Back in my day, we used to call that a threesome. Now all of a sudden it's a freak-off.
A freak-off is like
what are you
where they would
about?
get like a bunch of women.
But anyway,
that they would coerce.
He immediately tries to
even men too. They would also coerce men
number come from? That's
into
a
like joining
fake
these
fib right there.
And
the
like parties.
Like, no, that came from the attorney. Like no, that's the official statement. He's like, no.
And they would like
they must be lying. Surely they're.
They would like try to.
That.
They would coerce them into doing even more weird
shit. Essentially, it's a lubricant for an orgy.
I guess. I don't know what you need 1,000. One bottle of baby oil goes a long way. I don't know what you need 1,000 for. I mean, he has a big house.
One bottle of baby oil goes a long way. How do you know?
Place where he has a home.
You can see the cogs in his brain turning in real time as he starts to come to the realization that there is no way to try and justify or explain away 1,000 bottles of baby oil. That quantity is absurd, unfathomable even. And he starts to like break it down, and he starts to go like and argue against his client.
Oh no! It's bad.
This doesn't make any sense. Who would possibly need that amount of baby oil? Do you know how much mileage you can get out of a single bottle? The best he could come up with
that was so
is saying
funny.
That since his houses are close to Costco, he's probably just buying it in bulk. I decided to look it up just out of curiosity what the biggest bundle of baby oil you could even buy in bulk is, and the biggest pack that I could find was 5. A 5-pack of baby oil. He would need 200 packs of that. Just picture that for a moment. Imagine stacking 200 packs of baby oil.
Costco said they don't sell it.
Stack them on top of each other,
they're like, no, don't put this on us.
Be about as high as
don't look at us.
Office building. Like that is crazy. And you're going to sit there in front of God.
Literally said, we don't claim him.
And try and make the claim that the freak-offs are just threesomes.
You go over here
and
now.
1,000 bottles of baby oil is unrelated somehow, or used for threesomes. Like
no,
Mark,
that's going to be so hard to read, guys. Please, I'm so sorry.
Oh my God.
There you go.
I mean, have you sat in the parking lot of a Costco and see what people walk out of there with?
Not 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
I don't think it was 1,000. I think it was. Let's just say it's a lot. Okay.
No, that's not okay, Mark. Why don't we use the actual U.S. Attorney's report on how much baby oil they confiscated from his property? You can't just wipe your ass and throw that number away because it makes your client look like an even bigger psychopath. You can't do that, Mark.
I've been with him since 8 o'clock this morning, and it's about almost 3 o'clock now. He's just laser focused. He's engaged. He's helpful.
How did they get it home?
we're
They
going
had-
through our defense as we do.
You know how
every
they
day.
got it home.
And his spirits are relatively good.
Hey, Mark, I just want to say that information does not make me happy. I don't want to hear that P. Diddy is in good spirits. He shouldn't be. That guy is an absolute fiend. He's a villain. He is evil.
He's an
I
absolute
don't wanna
fiend.
hear that
He's a
in
villain.
good spirits
I
or
love
having
that.
A positive outlook on things. I want to hear that he's fucking miserable.
Calling someone
'cause
a
that's what he
fiend or a
deserves
villain.
for what he's done for the last few fucking
I
decades. that
really,
he has been
really don't.
terrorizing
Do
the
you
entire
guys?
music
How much
industry
do you
and
guys
ruining
know about
lives.
P Diddy? Have you guys been really following? And also wonderful that you be giving yourself a little skincare spa day. Everyone needs that. But okay, you know nothing about it. So, as a member of the black community in America, I have unfortunately been forced to ingest basically everything about this case because everyone was like, "What? Did he? Did he really?" And I'm like, "Well, the signs have been there for years. The signs have really been there for years that man was up to no good. Like all the things that people would say about him in songs, where it's like he's like a weirdo, a freak, but then it's like, haha, it's okay, Diddy. I'm just joking. I love you." Like, no, they weren't joking. They were being serious, but they didn't want him to come down on them. Eminem did it. I think Pharrell did it. Like, there's quite a few artists who just... Okay, you're going into timeout. You're going to timeout, Mr. No Dough. Okay, you're going to timeout. There you go. Alright. Let's see. From the looks of it, never. P. Diddy. What's like a good explanation of this? Maddie Balls? No. Miss Mojo? Mojo still exists? Extra Minutes Australia? Justin Bieber in tears over past trauma from music industry in resurfaced 2020 interview. Yeah, he talked about how P. Diddy basically prostituted him. Yes, Justin Bieber was prostituted by P. Diddy. Think about that. Diddy was like, "Oh no, I'm taking him under my wing. I love him. I want to make sure that he goes the farthest that he can in his career." No, he was prostituting him. It's horrible. And you know what? Because we have something called the statute of limitations, meaning if a crime happened more than 10 years ago, you can't be prosecuted for it. Why does that... The only time that doesn't apply is in murder cases. But why not in cases of sexual abuse? Because it takes so long for victims to talk about it. It just doesn't make sense to me. It feels like it's protecting... Like the law ultimately protects predators. And that's why so many of them get away with it and are just allowed to roam free. But I think 60 Minutes Australia... Oh, this is a podcast? I want to see the actual documentary. I want to see... Bruh. Diddy's latest music barely hit, like, the 136. Is Jennifer Lopez one of his victims? Maybe. Diddy's kids in a state of crisis and shock after his arrest. Yeah, and oh yeah, Ashton Kutcher was like one of his best friends. Oh god. Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis. And also Mila Kunis is the one who voices Meg. She voices Meg in in Family Guy. She's split with Ashton Kutcher because they're basically like best friends. Where's like a good P. Diddy overview? Okay. Full timeline of Sean Diddy Combs allegation and raids. This was 6 months ago. Here you go.
Or just Diddy. The big-time
Did he
90s
literally
rapper
check to
is
see if
under
he
the
had a wire
spotlight
on
for
him?
all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, and Jay Aubrey
As
dropped a
part
very
of the
long
ongoing
video, and
sex
that was
trafficking
already...
investigation, Diddy's
I feel like that
properties
one's
were
already
raided
outdated.
by armed federal agents in March 2024. Now, Diddy's not been formally charged or arrested, and we don't know what the raids will lead to. But here's what we do know about the raids and the lawsuits that led up to it. Allegations against the rapper began to pile up in 2023, with his ex-partner and R&B singer, Cassie, aka Cassandra Ventura, filing a lawsuit on November 16, alleging she was trafficked, sexually
Looks
assaulted,
nothing like a
and
monkey
beaten
with a
throughout the
Nintendo
course of their relationship. The case was settled a day after the lawsuit was filed, but it prompted multiple other people to come forward with similar claims of alleged misconduct from Combs. Combs was hit with another lawsuit on November 23 of 2023, with Joy Dickerson-Neal alleging she was drugged and sexually assaulted by Combs while attending college in 1991. Then, on the 26th of February 2024, in New York, Diddy's producer, Rodney Little Rod Jones, alleged the media mogul and his associates subjected him to unwanted sexual advances and forced him into relations with hired sex workers, all while working for Combs between September of 2022 and November of 2023. Little Rod also alleged that Diddy regularly hosted, quote, sex trafficking parties with underage women.
No, this is my blorbo.
1 month after Little Rod's lawsuit, the feds made their move.
I don't
Two
have a full
homes
body
owned by
reference
rapper
of him.
P.
Maybe I
Diddy
should
in the
make
United
that.
States have been raided
What's a
as
good
part of
picture
an
of my
investigation
blorbo?
into sex trafficking. Federal law enforcement agents with guns drawn have been seen swarming the star's Los Angeles
What's a
and
good
Miami
picture of my
houses.
blorbo?
Marley Hogan is in LA.
Federal agents are searching the house of Sean Diddy Combs here in Los Angeles, looking for what they believe is evidence that will help them build a case against the rapper.
He's gone through a lot of
Agents
changes,
took
though.
no chances when they entered that property today, going in with guns drawn. They also detained 2 people while that raid took place.
This is another picture of my blorbo.
Here in Los Angeles, there is also another house in Miami that was also
really
being
good.
searched. It's been reported that this is related to a trafficking and
better when
sexual
it's not
assault
compressed.
investigation. Law enforcement
Because I always
officials
see
are
it,
yet
like,
to
on my
comment
Instagram,
on
and
that
it's super
detail.
compressed.
But Sean Combs has recently been associated with a number of other
Oh, but I
troubles
see why I
that
hated
include
it,
civil
because I hated
lawsuits
this
over allegations
old shark
including
fin
sexual
toy.
assault and sex
Like, it's
trafficking.
really-
One was brought by his former partner and R&B
Yeah, I see why I
singer
didn't like
Cassie,
this.
but was later settled for an undisclosed amount.
why I called it
It triggered
Whip forever.
others to come forward with accusations. A lawyer who represents Cassie and an anonymous accuser welcomed news of the raid. Hopefully, this is the beginning of a
you wanna be
process
banned,
that will hold
though?
Mr. Combs responsible for his
you wanna be
depraved
banned?
conduct.
US-based news outlet TMZ obtained this
'Cause I will ban
exclusive
you.
video of the raid.
Choose your next words carefully. What do you want to say? Be very careful.
Following the property raids, Combs' lawyer, Aaron Dyer, released a public statement on his behalf,
They'll know
slamming
what
what he
not to
called
say.
gross misuse.
First of all, you
military
changed
level force.
accounts so that you could go over,
Dyer
you
went on
can
to
get
say
out of
his,
timeout,
quote, unprecedented
which
ambush
won't work
paired
because
with
I'm going to
an
put you in
advanced
timeout
coordinated
again.
media presence leads to a
And now I'm gonna put
premature
you in
rush
timeout
to
for
judgment
30
of
minutes.
Mr. Combs, and is nothing more than a witch hunt based on
Next time you
meritless
will be banned.
accusations
Don't do that
made in
again.
civil lawsuits. The rapper himself has not spoken publicly yet.
Wait, I did not pay attention to anything they were saying. But he liked you channel. Just because someone likes my channel doesn't mean they get to spam me over and over. They can't tell me to do something over and over. Yeah, like, okay, look. Just because you like someone's channel, you're infinite, okay, well, I'm banning you. And every time you show up on a new account, I will ban you. Do, 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 do. Honestly, I think you might be him too, so I'm gonna ban you as well. Sorry. Hi, Mango Man. Okay. If not him, it could be a friend he brought in, yeah. I gotta be careful. Some people just don't like to be told no, which is so weird. Just take no. If I say no, just take no. You can't force me to do something. Who? Not you, Mango. You're golden. And I was gonna watch it and everything in the request stream too. I was like, I'm gonna watch it when more people are gonna be there to watch it. And he was like, no, watch it now, watch it now, watch it now. And I'm like, no, that's not gonna make me watch anything. This is called the darkest corners of the internet. We had it queued and everything, and he ruined it for himself. Oh.
It's 3:16 p.m. on April 10th, 2018. A 911 operator receives a call from 16-year-old Kyle Plush, who had just experienced a freak accident. In the minutes prior to this call, Kyle had just arrived at the Seven Hills School in Cincinnati, Ohio for a tennis match. He had been driving a 2004 Honda Odyssey, a minivan that featured 3 rows of seating, with his gear for the day's match being stored in the very back.
Let's get rid
In
of
order
this.
to retrieve it, Kyle climbed to the back of the vehicle and reached over the 3rd row seating, extending his body as far as it could go in order to grab his equipment, when suddenly, the seat's folding mechanism was engaged, causing it to collapse into its storage position, taking Kyle with it. In an instant, he was pinned and completely unable to move, as he was now trapped in the car upside down, not even being able to move his arms and hands enough to grab his cell phone. Though luckily, his phone had Siri, which he would call out to call the police.
Oh my god.
Where are you? Hello? Where are you? I can't hear you.
While on the phone, Kyle couldn't hear anything given how far away he was from the device, but he stated as clearly as he could that he was in dire need of help. Due to the position he was stuck in, he was already struggling to breathe, and he knew he was likely not going to survive much longer, which he made very clear to the operator.
I have like in a full list.
Hello?
Less than 1 minute later, the call would cut out. In the recording, Kyle clearly portrayed to the operator where he was, that he couldn't hear her, and that his life was in danger, which prompted her to immediately send a patrol car over to the school in search of him, though inexplicably, she never told the officers that Kyle believed he was going to die.
Why? What else is in the queue?
Not understanding how dire the situation was, the officers that pulled up to the scene didn't even bother to stop the car. Instead, they simply drove throughout the parking lot, unsure of what car was Kyle's. They didn't even bother to turn down their music or crack a window.
Oh my god.
Seemingly being more interested in the types of cars that other students were driving.
These kids drive better cars than you do.
As officers continued their half-hearted search, another phone call would be made to 911. It was Kyle, whose tone was now drastically different.
I probably don't have much time left to tell my mom that I love her if I die.
Aw, poor guy.
This is not a joke.
After Kyle says his goodbyes, he tries one more time to relay what was happening, this time providing the parking lot he was in, along with the exact make and model of his car.
That's the car I drive.
This is not a joke. I'm trapped inside my gold Honda Odyssey van.
Yep, a Honda Odyssey.
Of 7 Hills Theft. Send officers a man that lives. I'm almost dead.
At this point, officers were still in the parking lot looking for him. Help was literally just a few feet away, and on top of this, the operator was also able to get a ping from Kyle's phone, which gave coordinates to his exact location within just 5 to 10 feet of his vehicle. And yet,
did you
the
now? Did
dispatcher
you just
never
find my
passed this
channel?
information along. As Kyle remained on the line fighting
Did you
for his
just find
life,
my channel?
the officers on the scene
From where?
would
Where'd
pull out
you
of the
find my
parking
channel
lot,
from?
close their report, and carry on with their day, stating, "I don't see nobody," which I didn't imagine I would. With this line making it apparent that those involved with the case never actually believed this situation was real, and instead viewed it all as a hoax.
Wow.
Just minutes later, Kyle would go quiet, and the phone would disconnect for a final time.
Poor guy. If they just actually
It
gave
would
a
take
shit.
6 hours for that trunk to be opened, and not by the police, but instead by Kyle's father, who had no
Wow.
idea that any of this had taken place, seeking out his son's vehicle only to find Kyle flipped upside down in the trunk. He had been dead for hours. Despite the circumstances, Kyle did everything right. He remained calm, he was respectful, and he described exactly where he was and what his car looked
Yeah,
like.
but the police just
And yet,
suck.
the police never really bothered to take his case seriously, instead believing that this was all just a prank. And had the dispatcher simply relayed how serious the situation was, and had these officers just gotten out of their car to look more thoroughly, Kyle Plush most likely would have survived.
Yeah, I'm never watching
As a result of the
No
mishandling
now.
of Kyle's case, his parents, Jill and Ron, were awarded a $6 million settlement with the city of Cincinnati. Though even more importantly for the couple, they vowed to do their part to assure that mishandled 911 calls of this nature never happen again, as they've gone on to consult with various emergency call centers to tell Kyle's story, somehow taking this horrible accident and selflessly turning it into something positive for the rest of society. Today, these phone calls remain relics of a grave error made by law enforcement, and a life that never should have been lost, with these recordings now being forever immortalized in the internet's darkest corners.
This piece clearly shows the metamorphosis.
I promise not to spam.
We're going to play a game.
Is it hide and seek?
Yes, it's hide and seek.
No.
Devastating.
Ban evading is
It's April 4th,
crazy.
2020.
No. No
A
ban
man living in
evading.
Baltimore, Maryland goes live on his Facebook page announcing that tonight would be another one of his famous game nights. At this time, the COVID lockdown was in place all across the United States, and practically everyone was cooped up indoors, with little opportunity for real socialization. But for 24-year-old
Kind of like
Ernest
pose
Wilson
what I
and his
wanna
friends,
do.
this didn't stop them from having a good time. Ernest often hosted parties featuring childhood games like Monopoly and Uno, adding in his adult flair by turning them into drinking games, with one game in particular being top of mind that night: hide and seek. The evening began with Ernest inviting his Facebook friends to the function, letting them know that this time the game night would be held at an Airbnb.
Barely
rather
noticed
than in his
lockdown
home, though he never
happened.
gave out the
Wow.
address, as this was a closed invitation event,
Bro, I
which he made
noticed.
very clear on his page.
I was so
Please don't
paranoid.
show up with nobody I didn't personally invite if we didn't discuss
Everywhere
it first.
I
We're going
went,
to get
we
left
were like,
outside.
"Ugh,
Ernest took
COVID.
this so seriously that at
No,
one
it's
point he
just
even
it's
called
just a
out one of
snail.
his viewers,
COVID.
stating outright
No,
that
it's
they
just
were
a
not
snail.
allowed to show up under any circumstances.
You're not invited. You're not pulling up on me. The person who just joined. If you're still watching, you're not invited.
Whoa.
Because you don't fucking listen, and I'm gonna bang you in your mouth next time.
Oh my
However,
god,
he
that was
never
just
revealed
me!
who exactly
That
the
was just
person
me!
was, or why Ernest.
That's just what I did! That's literally just what I did! Bro was like, no, you're not invited. Hold on. Honestly, I kind of want to get some food real quick, but I want to finish this sketch. Because I feel like I've just been drawing listlessly for like 40 minutes now. I just literally just watched the clock turn to 40 when I said that. So let's get a real sketch going. Pizza? No, not pizza. I have some food that I bought. I went grocery shopping yesterday, so I really don't want to spend money right now. I wanna buy. After, could you draw my profile? You want me to draw Perry the Platypus? I mean, I'll draw Perry the Platypus. Do 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 do. Okay, little feet, because they don't really have the same kind of feet that people do. They have these little rack paws. Also, I found out my cats have fleas. It was a bad time for all. I was very not happy that my cats have fleas. I was brushing my cat George, and George has layers and layers of undercoat, even though he's a short-haired cat. And I was taking out all the fur and I was putting them to the side, and I saw this little fucking creature crawl around. I was like, hell no, what is that? And it was a fucking flea. It was a goddamn flea. So I have to put flea treatment on all of them, which they're not going to like it, but at least now we only have 3 cats and not 4 to do. Because Kitty passed away, God rest her soul. Ooh la la. Nah. It's more like this, right? I think so. Yeah, she was like, God, she was old. She was born in, what? She was born in May? No, like, she was a year old when we got her in May, in like 2008. 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's 10, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That cat was 16 years old. She was old. And at a certain point, you know, you can't really come back from that. Let's see. No, they don't really do that with this fabric. They do this, because if do 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 do. Alright, let's keep playing.
Expressed such hostility towards them.
Wait, where's
From there,
my
Ernest would start and
screen?
stop his live stream a few different times, showing the progression of the
Reality
party,
kicked
which
in when
ended
I
up with
set
a
my
decent
alarm.
turnout.
I love my
And by
Omo.
2 a.m., with there being no signs of slowing down,
Damn,
it was
nice.
time for the main event. About to play hide and seek. This was the captain for
I know
Ernest's
this
final live
case.
stream of the night. It
I
shows
heard
his
it.
group of friends preparing to play
His
the game,
friends
turning
literally
off all
set
the
him
lights in
up
the
to get
house
shot.
before Ernest
Sorry,
himself steps
I
outside, assuming the role
spoiled it.
of the Seeker, beginning his countdown as the camera keeps rolling.
Terrible friends. With friends like that, you better not have any enemies.
2, 3, 4,
Bruh, yeah.
5, 6, 7,
8,
9,
9,
10,
10.
11,
Oh yeah, he's from
12,
Baltimore.
13. I can hear y'all. 14, 15. I can see y'all. 16, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Because I'm tired of fucking counting. Ready or not, here I come.
After a long 30 seconds, it was time to find his friends, with Ernest starting his search inside the home.
Ain't nobody in this bathroom. I didn't think nobody. Fuck. Oh, alright. His ass.
He got Caesared? Yeah, pretty much. Poor guy. I don't even know what he did that was that foul. What did he do to deserve it?
Something.
Next time they on y'all ass. Down here. The front door locked. Dumbass. I'm on your ass.
According to Ernest, someone was trying to get in through the front door,
Wow.
unaware that he had just locked it. And assuming that this was one of the people he was looking for, he took off to the backyard, believing that's where he would find them. And sure enough, he did.
1, 2, 3. Who the f is that, G?
I don't know.
Get your dumb ass on the other side of this gate. Who the fuck?
Damn!
Ernest flips the camera around, revealing a man hopping over a gate to the backyard. He had no idea who this person was, but he seemed to assume that they were likely just trying to get into the party, not really taking it too seriously, hence his joking attitude. Though his attitude would soon shift drastically.
Dumbass nigga. This can't be one of my friends.
Fuck on the ground.
Hey, Pride! Pull that shit up!
Damn! And they
In
laughed?
this moment, Ernest's live stream cuts off, and he would never go live again. According to those at the party, this unknown man hopped the fence and brandished a gun, stating that he was there to rob the place, being followed by one other person whom the group also failed to recognize. Ernest tried his best to run, but was eventually caught in the house, where after a few minutes, and for reasons unknown, the man seen hopping the fence fired his weapon, striking Ernest twice and ending his life.
No, that was
Killers quickly
targeted.
fled the scene without harming anyone else, or seemingly without even taking anything.
Yeah. No, they set him
The
up.
footage is highly disturbing, knowing that we're witnessing the final moments of a man who was just having some fun with his friends. But what makes this so much darker is that we have no idea who this person is, or why they did what they did. Even after 4.5 years, Ernest Wilson's killers have yet to be identified.
Yep. They don't give a shit.
Detectives working on the case have theorized that this was likely a robbery gone wrong, potentially spurred
No,
on
it's
by
not.
Ernest's
His friends
posting
set him
habits.
up.
As to put it bluntly, he was a drug dealer, as on his Facebook page he often showed off huge amounts of his product, including during a live stream he did on the very day of this party. And also on the same day, Ernest had made a post about how much cash he had on him, essentially putting a target on his back.
Yeah.
Online, some have theorized that this botched robbery may have been committed by the person that entered Ernest's live stream earlier that night, which caused him to have that intense reaction.
You're not invited. You're not pulling up on me because you don't fucking listen, and I'm gonna bang you in your mouth next time.
Though to my knowledge, this person has never actually been tracked down. But by far the most common sentiment online was that Ernest's friends were involved to some capacity, as none of them were injured and none of their possessions were taken, making it clear that at the very least this crime was targeted at the host. And on top of this, remember, Ernest never shared the address for that Airbnb, at least not publicly. And yet, these people just so happened to show up to the home at the exact moments that Ernest was by himself in the dark. And perhaps most chillingly, as the robbery is unfolding, you can hear one of Ernest's friends chuckling in the background.
Yes, you can.
My friends.
Fuck on the ground.
Though as concerning as this is, it's sadly far from conclusive, and to this day it appears that Ernest's case is slowly being lost to time, leaving us for now with only questions, and one of the more disturbing live streams I've ever seen.
And now these messages.
Before we dive into our next case, I want to first thank today's video sponsor, Factor. I'll admit,
No,
I have a
stop
very
it.
bad habit when it comes to I'm too those that need to get away and take as you will reach with cooking code that person has a bed for previous
I've
cases
had Factor
and several
meals.
others discussed throughout
They're
the
alright.
series. Live streams are often a hotbed for disturbing moments online, and when researching Ernest's final stream, I came across yet another example of just how dark things can get when the cameras go live. It happened on January 22nd, 2017, when a 14-year-old girl named Naika Vinent went on Facebook Live with a caption,
In the stream, Naika discussed how difficult life had been. Throughout the years, she had been placed in and out of countless foster homes, where her treatment ranged from poor to straight up abusive, with this constant mistreatment leading her to just want it to be over already. And based on the title of the stream, it was clear what her intentions were going to be. As the livestream progressed, hundreds of people flooded into the video to see what exactly was going on, as word quickly spread that something horrible was about to happen, though you wouldn't know it.
My Coco and Christ, what are you listening to?
Watching, those in the comments had no sympathy for the girl, as many actually mocked her, calling her names, and even commented laughing emojis, as she desperately tried to open up, with those same commenters viewing this not as a cry for help, but as a cry for attention, outright pushing her to carry on with these intentions.
What?
And tragically, she did.
Whoa.
All while the camera remained rolling. However, even after she followed through with this, the behavior of her chats didn't stop. Whether they assumed it was fake or just didn't care either way, the hateful barrage of insults actually got even more vile once she had obviously passed away. And this went past just words, as people who knew her actually began making parody videos of the girl, replicating the position she was dead in, all while her livestream continued running.
Wow.
It would take over an hour before police would finally be called and retrieve her body, with the stream being shut down by Facebook shortly before. It was an awful situation all around, but what I found most saddening about this was her final reason for doing what she did, as she stated simply that she just wanted to be with her real mother, who she loved so dearly. And this was something that seemed to be the plan all along, as her mother, Gina Alexis, claimed that she too desperately wanted to be reunited with her daughter. And following her daughter's highly publicized death, Gina actually came forward at a news conference to discuss the tragedy.
Her biological mother broke down while speaking about her daughter's death. She dreamed of one day being reunited permanently.
I have trusted Florida foster care people to care for my baby.
Where she blamed the entire foster care system for everything that had happened, believing that they didn't do a good enough job of keeping her daughter safe, and they failed to try and reunite her with Naika. Because of the obvious emotion involved and the overall shocking nature of this case, the news report would quickly go viral, leading to widespread support for the grieving mother. However, this also caused some people to look a bit deeper into what exactly led up to this livestream, for which one piece of information was brought to light that somehow made this case even more upsetting.
Ooh, let's put her in an outfit.
On the day that Naika's life came to an end, it was revealed that her mother was actually in the stream watching before and after it happened.
No! 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 No, we're not, it's not getting that bad, is it? Oh my god, it's gonna get that bad. It's gonna get that bad, I know it.
Seeing her own daughter having this mental breakdown, as well as seeing all those people in the chat mocking her, which made people feel even more sorry for Gina as her plight was
But what if she was
unimaginable. Though this wasn't the only revelation to come forward, as it was soon realized by the investigators looking into Naika's case that
Sailor
Gina
Scout?
had not only witnessed all of these people laughing at her daughter,
she joined
her
in
into ending her life, but she had also joined them as well.
Yeah, I knew it.
Hashtag ADHD games played, you sad little DCF custody. That's why you are where you're at. For this dumb shit and more, you keep crying wolf.
Oh my
You're
god.
dead, you will get buried, life goes on after that doesn't listen to their parents, trying to be grown,
Oh my
seeking boys
god.
and girls' attention instead of her books. In a
Oh
live
my
stream,
god!
The last things Naika ever said was that she desperately wanted to be reunited with her mother. That same mother was not only watching, but actively pushing her to follow through on her plans, leaving this comment where she outright says that it doesn't matter if you live or die, life goes on. And it got even worse. The media also discovered that the reason Naika had been removed from her custody to begin with was because Gina had beaten her 30 plus times with a belt when she was only 6 years old.
No.
On top of this, Gina often texted Naika saying that she wanted nothing to do with her, despite the young girl frequently reaching out and begging to be part of her life. Eventually, Gina would tell Naika's caseworker that the girl is y'all's problem, I'm done with the games, before sending Naika middle finger emojis when all she did was ask to see her brother. And this is all amongst other things that are far more horrendous that I really don't want to get into. And yet, after Naika's death, Gina had the audacity to go on television in an attempt to garner sympathy for a death that she clearly contributed to, saying that all she wanted was to be the girl's mother, despite rejecting her at every turn. And honestly, this is where I thought this entire story would come to an end, until I noticed something strange when I was editing this video. Naika's Facebook page is still active.
Whoa!
It's no longer posting anything original, but instead, the account is consistently reposting content from another page, a page run by Gina. After Naika's death, Gina seemingly seized control of the young girl's Facebook account, where she now posts her own content, which includes her attempting to defend the fact that she gave up on Naika.
Tell me what mother would accept a 13 going on 14-year-old in and out of detention centers, going to jail or getting arrested while in foster care.
As well as her responding to those who blamed her for her daughter's death.
People be like, you heard the rumors going around about you? And I did. But they forgot to tell you one thing. That I don't give a fuck. Huh? What's my name? My first name is Very Much. My last name is Unbothered.
And even some posts where she's promoting her podcast, as it seems that after all this, Gina's actually trying to carve out some sort of career as an influencer, as she posts videos garnering sympathy for the loss of her daughter, along with giving out parenting advice.
Like, there's so much stuff that parents need to do for their child
that you never did.
Fucking doing. They're not paying attention because they're taking the easy way out.
With all this making it even more obvious that Gina has little to no remorse for what she did.
Yep. That's terrible.
On the 11th of June, 2009, a young man named Eugene Latta took to an urban exploration forum and wrote, in broken English, "Hello, I'd like to tell you about Odessa catacombs. Odessa is not far from the capital.
Yeah,
of Ukraine.
Odessa! Odessa catacombs!
Under Odessa consists the biggest catacombs in the world. Their total length is more than 2,500 kilometers, so these catacombs are much bigger than the Paris catacombs. During World War II, a lot of citizens were hiding in the catacombs. A lot of them used to live there for a year and more, so even today it is possible to find weapons, equipment, and even dead bodies.
Yep.
Every year a lot of explorers get lost and even die there." His post was accompanied by a series of photographs from the underground
I've heard of
labyrinth,
this.
which stretched over 1,500 miles, its paths winding aimlessly deep below the surface of the Earth. The structure was mainly the result of limestone mining many years ago, though despite this, it was never properly mapped, and was, conversely, not often explored, essentially being a pitch-black maze to nowhere. Given that the area wasn't well known back in 2009, the post was met with amazement. Fellow urban explorers applauded the location and the photographs that Latta had taken, wanting to see even more, and since he was a native of the area, Latta delivered. "Thanks to all. If you want, I can add more photos. As I said earlier, a lot of people get lost and even die under Odessa. Maybe this photo will shock you."
Damn!
It's the dead body of a 19-year-old girl.
I was in a catacomb pipeline like 2 weeks ago looking into people who got missing in
the
them.
image shows 3 young boys staring blankly at the camera as they stand behind a badly decomposed body. Understandably, this image caused a lot of intrigue on the forum, as other users began to press for more information. And sure enough, it was a story that Latta knew well.
3, 2, 1. Happy New Year, everybody! Happy 2005!
It was New Year's Eve, the final day of 2004, when a group of teenagers made their way down into the catacombs to begin their celebration. This wasn't super uncommon at the time, as many of the entrances to this labyrinth were very easily accessible. This one in particular just so happened to be located.
This is a famous one. This is an oldie.
School 56.
For us old heads.
And had just been left wide open, making it the perfect place for friends to sneak a few drinks. As the group began to grow more intoxicated, one of the girls wandered off in search of a place to relieve herself. However, she apparently took one too many turns and soon found herself completely alone. She cried out, but the tunnels were just too complicated. Each step she took led her more and more into obscurity.
What up, mother?
Her friends tried to find her, or maybe they didn't, we really don't know. But in their drunken state, they left the tunnels without their friend, and never went back to find her.
No.
If she did have a flashlight, it wouldn't have lasted long, and for days she likely wandered deliriously through that pitch-black maze. Until, after what was likely at least 3 awful days, she passed away, with her body being found approximately 3 miles away from the nearest exit. In looking at one of the only attempted maps of this tunnel system, she never stood a chance.
Wow.
Perhaps it was dehydration or hypothermia that killed her, but according to some, based on the photo, the corpse appears to have its skull caved in, implying that in a desperate attempt to end her anguish, she may have bashed her head against the wall until she passed away. Her name was Masha, and she was only 19 years old.
Poor babe.
3 long months later, in April of 2005, Lata and his group would stumble across the body, immediately reporting their findings to the police, though law enforcement refused to even try and venture down there in order to retrieve her, as they knew just how dangerous and unmapped this environment was. It would take 2 long years for her body to be recovered, thanks to a friend of Lata writing a strongly worded letter to the government that included a photo of Masha's body. The story is unimaginable. To be trapped in a place like this with no means of escaping, it has to be the absolute worst way to go. And because of the gruesome nature of this story and the photograph, it spread all throughout the online world, where it became a legendary internet mystery.
Yeah.
As even with the added context, many were still left with pressing questions. Were Masha's friends involved in some way with her death? Had they abandoned her there on purpose? And did Lata know more than he claimed? But as it turns out, there was one far more pressing question that needed to be answered. In 2015, a full decade after this photo was taken, a journalist named Mike Pearl had picked up the case with the hopes of writing a Halloween article for Vice, and in his research he made a rather unusual discovery, as according to him, Masha seemingly didn't exist. Pearl was never able to find any verifiable proof that a girl named Masha had ever gone missing in that area. He was also not able to find any death records of anyone by that name either, or even any reports of a body being pulled from the catacombs during this time frame. Something just wasn't adding up, and it got stranger from here. Sometime after the photograph began making its rounds, one of the most prominent explorers of the Odessa catacombs put out a statement on his own website in regards to Masha, which read, "Besides the original photographer, there isn't one person, civilian or law enforcement, that can confirm the story. We believe it is just a practical joke and the corpse is fake." Following this revelation, Pearl was able to track down Lata, who was unable to recount where the body was roughly seen, or even how to get in touch with the other people shown in this photo, none of whom had ever come forward to back his testimony, which makes the credibility of Lata and his story of Masha incredibly shaky at best. However, this is where the crux of the mystery stands today. When looking at these photos, one thing is apparent to me and essentially everyone else who has seen them. The corpse shown seems very real, and matches the decay of the bodies found in similar environments, with that one prominent Odessa explorer eventually deleting his statement at some point over the years, leaving the general consensus that this is in fact a real corpse. But if the story of Masha isn't true, then who is this? Well, we have no idea. It's entirely a mystery. But the reality of the situation is that bodies being found down in these catacombs isn't totally uncommon. Over the years, many explorers have gotten lost down there and suffered the exact same fate as the story of Masha. But on top of this, these tunnels have also been used by murderers as a dumping ground for their victims' bodies, with either one of these scenarios being possible in this case. Though the frustrating part is that we may never actually know who this person was or how they died, as I and many others have doubts that this body was ever actually recovered, just simply due to lack of public information and news reports about it. And instead, the reality is that this corpse is probably still down there somewhere, and has simply been lost to time, as sections of the catacombs have been known to flood and cave in, sealing them off from the outside world forever. So for now, and potentially the rest of time, the story of Masha will remain an internet mystery. It's September 1985. A hunter trudges
Never
through the
visit
wooded
the
terrain of
catacombs.
Christie Creek, Montana, on the trail of something
I mean,
big.
I would.
He had been hunting a large black bear,
But I wouldn't
and
go
managed to
far
land a
from the
single shot,
entrance.
causing the animal to take off, leaving
I would
behind
just
a
kind of
trail
want to
of
peek
blood.
in there and be
He
like,
followed this trail all
I'm
throughout the remote
satisfied.
region before stumbling across a shallow ditch, where he
Also
would find
bring
the body.
spray paint.
Though not the body of the bear he had just shot,
Put
but rather
nukes top
the body
5.
of a woman,
Okay.
reduced to bone. The remains were quickly sent off for forensic
But what if you
analysis,
bring
though very
something
little
with
could be
you back,
determined
like
other
a
than the
like a
fact that she
ghost?
was a young
An
woman,
animal?
and that she had been murdered, as they found 2 bullet holes in her skull.
I would only go with
there
the
being
string
essentially
team.
no other information
Yeah.
to go off of, a
Sounds-
special
sounds
team
real.
at the FBI started creating a composite of what this woman may have looked like. This was the result.
Ew.
This was their first attempt at depicting Miss Jane Doe, who they would later dub Christie Crystal Creek, though
What?
it wouldn't be their last.
This is so creepy.
The uncanniness of these depictions is undeniable. And recently, I've fallen down this rabbit hole of disturbing police sketches and recreations. As though these can often be very helpful and do lead to legitimately good results, there are often times where they appear almost non-human, with many examples like Christie's being shared online on the FBI's website in order to enlist the public's help in identifying these victims, with one of the more notorious examples coming decades later in 2014. The discovery was made on June 5th of that year, when a group of highway workers were mowing grass in the town of Geneva, Wisconsin, when they noticed a pair of strange-smelling suitcases. Inside them were 2 bodies belonging to 2 women, both in various stages of decomposition, and both appearing to have been strangled to death. One would quickly be identified as 37-year-old Laura Simonson, while the other was in much worse shape, and distinguishing her facial features proved extremely difficult. But this didn't stop them from trying. This is one of the more infamous examples out there due to just how unnatural it appears, with the face of this woman being turned into a meme and even being used in a video game.
That's terrible.
But to me, there's one example that I've never been able to shake, as the entire story and its recreation gives me such an uneasy feeling. The discovery was made all the way back in April of 1977, when a couple in Alberta, Canada had returned to their often abandoned cabin in order to empty the septic tank, only to find a body floating inside. The body was in brutal shape and showed signs of extreme torture, as the man had been beaten, mutilated, burned with cigarettes, and even shot multiple times.
Oh my god.
And due to the condition of the body, it was impossible to identify him, though regardless, a recreation was made, and using a computer model of the man's skull, they slowly pieced him together.
Bruh! Ew.
He would later be dubbed Septic Tank Sam.
That's not a nice
so
thing to
depressing
say.
about these composites, as these are real people with real stories and real names that have been reduced to these horrifying images and tacky nicknames. But there's another side of these police sketches too, as when dealing with victims, it's obviously incredibly sad. But when dealing with suspects, these off-putting identities can be outright horrifying. Over the years, there's been numerous unidentified killers who law enforcement were not able to positively identify, forcing them to turn to these same methods of sketching and recreating, with one of the darkest examples being that of the Lake Bodom killer. It was June 5th, 1960. 4 Finnish teenagers were on a camping trip to Lake Bodom, sleeping peacefully in their tent on the lakeshore, when suddenly they were attacked. It happened in an instant, as a man yielding a knife began stabbing through the tent, eventually bludgeoning the group with an unidentified blunt object. That night, 3 of the teens would be killed, while 1 managed to survive with substantial injuries. When asked about what he had seen that night, the lone survivor claimed that the man who attacked them wore all black and had large red eyes. Based on his accounts and other potential sightings, a sketch of what this man may have looked like was made, and the results were unusual at best.
Bruh?
With this man going on to garner the appropriate nickname of Bug Eyes McLip due to just how unnatural his facial features appear, especially his eyes. In fact, there's something unnatural about all of these recreations, which begs the question, did any of them actually work? Well, surprisingly, out of these 4 people, 3 have been identified.
Wow.
Christy Crystal Creek would go on to be identified as Janet Lee Lucas, a 23-year-old who would be the last identified victim of serial killer Wayne Nance, with this identification being the result of improved forensic genealogy. The second and most notorious example would go on to be identified as Jenny Gomez, who had been strangled by Steven Zilich, a man dubbed the Wisconsin Suitcase Murderer. And despite this recreation appearing to look nothing like Jenny, it was actually the sole reason that she was identified, as one of her family members ended up recognizing these overpronounced cheekbones and matching them to Jenny. And then there was Septic Tank Sam, who was revealed to be Gordon Edwin Sanderson, thanks again to genetic genealogy, as a sample of his sister's DNA was eventually used to prove that this was in fact him, though it's still unknown who killed him or why. Which leaves just this final person, the killer of at least 3 people. He, unfortunately, has never been identified, and this isn't too surprising as the features of this person just seem impossible. He just looks far too strange to be real. Right? Well, even though he hasn't been positively ID'd, it doesn't mean that he hasn't been potentially photographed. Shortly after the teens were murdered, a funeral was held in their remembrance, for which a large crowd of locals were in attendance, with this photo of the crowd being snapped. And standing there, in the center of it all, was a man whose features looked impossible. This man would never be photographed again, and his connection to the case has never been officially confirmed, leaving these murders unsolved to this very day.
All right, well, that was a great video. The most unhinged marriages. Oh, you wanted to watch Nuke's top 5. Okay, Nuke's top 5 scariest videos. 10 scary videos of ghosts. 10 scary videos from all over the place. 10 scary videos to creep you out. 10 scary videos. Or are you a big baby? I guess this is what we're watching now.
Kaylee recently moved from his home country of Greenland to live and work in Denmark. But little did he know that the apartment he moved into had a horribly dark past. 7 years ago, a 49-year-old man was brutally attacked and lost his life right outside the apartment's front door. After Kama moves in, he begins to notice his things moving and falling to the floor for no reason. He hears the creepy sound of someone knocking on his door, and doors inside the apartment slam shut for no reason. One afternoon, Kama hears strange sounds coming from somewhere inside his apartment. He pulls out his phone and starts to record as he tries to find the source of the odd noises. But then, this happens.
Hiding behind the metaphorical couch right now. Bruh, this guy's face is so funny, I'm sorry. What are you farting, bro? Bro, no, this is a person who's shitting. Cause they locked it! Cause they're shitting, dude! Bro, call the police. Someone's in your apartment taking a shit right now. Right now! You pay for that toilet paper! You pay to clean that fucking toilet! Bro, this is the saddest setup I've ever seen. You're such a contrarian, Kopu. Ah! Bruh.
Kama gets a good jump scare as a door slams shut right in front of him. And, it seems to literally scare a fart right out of him. But now, this is where the fun ends and things start to get really dark. Because another day, not long after sunset, the eerie activity in the apartment starts up once again.
Bro, someone's just
Kama
fucking
is a
with
bit
you.
scared, but once again, he takes out his phone to try to record
Someone's
proof of
literally
the
just
creepy
fucking with
activity
you.
in his apartment. What happens next is truly creepy.
Bruh. There's just another person in your... What is going on? There's just another person in your house, bro.
A cupboard door opens by itself and Kama's helmet slides across the floor.
Bruh.
Later that night, Kama decides to live stream from his apartment. He says that he's having trouble sleeping because he keeps hearing things moving and falling to the floor over in the next room. What happens next, live on camera, is downright chilling.
It's downright chilling. Being chilling. Being chilling. Bro. Who is doing this? Who is your friend that's just doing this, just slamming shit? This is not real. Yeah, bro, there's literally someone behind you. I'm not fooled. Takes a little more than this to fool me. Being chilling. There's someone up there being chilling.
Hears the sounds of his belongings falling to the floor in the other room. But when he goes to investigate, the
he said belongings, and I thought baloney.
Kama's had enough and runs down the stairs and out of the building. But when he looks up at his apartment window, he is shocked to see someone or something standing inside his apartment.
Bro, that's your friend that you brought.
Right down at him.
Bro, that's literally his friend.
That has happened, could Kama's apartment actually be haunted by the restless ghost of the man whose life was taken there? Let me know what you think.
Bro, that's literally
just a quick
just your
side
friend.
Note, Greenlandic is only spoken by around 57,000 people in the entire world.
Cool.
So a huge thank you to Nuke's Top 5 viewer Wilhelm for translating.
I love that.
Top 5 viewer videos. Nuke's Top 5
Either way, that was
Natalie
entertaining,
Hintz
so props to him.
Live photos of her
Take all of this
sister-in-law
as
and
entertainment.
niece
Don't
at a
think any of
scenic
this
lookout
is
in
real.
Utah, when suddenly she notices
Even though
something
sometimes I'm like,
very
wait, that's
odd.
actually real. What? That's weird. Bruh. Bro, the fucking video is so funny. The fucking video is so funny. Do you see that? The bicycle going like, boom. Bro, someone just lost their bike. That's it. I feel like someone just lost their bike, because I've seen my bike do
notices
that
a bicycle
before.
riding by at an alarming speed in the background, all on its own. There's no rider, and there's no one chasing the runaway bike. Natalie says she is creeped out by the strange photos.
Bro, it's fine. Bikes literally do
Viewer
this.
Stephen Figueroa says that he's been experiencing paranormal events since he was 3 years old. He says that he has even seen full-bodied shadow apparitions in his home. So back in 2013, when Stephen was 18 years old, he says that he was finally able to capture proof of what he's been experiencing. But it's a bit potato because all he had to record back then was his iPod Touch.
Bruh. Okay. Whoa.
Notice that the trash can first tips slightly forward, then moves back, then crashes over onto the floor. A few bags and suitcases fall over as well.
Yeah,
for
they
no
did.
apparent reason.
They were potato
Cut
cameras,
to
but they were
2017,
cameras.
And Stephen has now upgraded his video with a new phone.
Looks like a string pulling it.
When he hears a strange rattling noise coming from the hallway outside his bedroom, he once again decides to try to record some proof of his paranormal experiences. And this is when things start to get really weird.
You can see him pulling it in his direction, though.
Raises up, almost as if it's trying to fly right off the wall.
I'm not scared.
Steven says that his grandmother cleansed and saged
I've seen too much creepy shit. Like, literally all I do is like watch creepy shit. So I'd be like, I'm not scared. Me no scare. All right, but I actually want to get something to eat really quick because I'm fucking starving. B-R-B-E. Shady, you're on ban duty. You're on ban duty, Shady. So if you see anything suspicious, just ban them. Do 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 do. Mm-hmm. Yes, you're on ban duty. Yes, iPods had cameras. Hold on. Let me put on a video for you guys to watch in the background. What if I put on cat videos? Would you guys want to watch cat videos? Yeah, you guys want to watch cat videos. Who doesn't want to watch a good cat video? Me, 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 me. I know the best ones. Just have to wait for Firefox to give me the thing. Okay, there we go. Cat feeding. I usually have my OBS on my tablet. Bruh. At me. I see a window. There you go.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me up.
Comparing Moki's size to random things. Cheese. Three sweet and sour sauces. Root beer. AirPods. Sharpie. Water bottle.
It's hiding in the dark, his teeth are razor sharp. There's no escape for me, it wants my soul, it wants my heart. No one can hear me scream, maybe it's just a dream. Maybe it's inside of me. Stop this monster, I feel it deep within. It's just beneath the skin, I must confess that I feel like a monster.
Spinner? 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 Spinner?
The most dangerous animal on this planet.
Расчет артиллерии готов.
Attack the D point! No. I agree! Attention to the map! No. Defend the D point! Negative.
Понял, подтверждаю огонь.
Attack the D point! No. Never.
Повреждение моторного...
Welcome to Camp Navarro. So you're the new replacement. You are out of uniform, soldier! Where is your power armor? Don't have any? You expect me to believe that, maggot? The truth is, you lost an expensive piece of Army-issue equipment. That suit is going to come out of your pay, and you will remain in this man's army until you are 510 years old, which is the number of years it will take for you to pay for a Mark II powered combat armor you have lost. Report to the armory and have a new suit issued to you. Then report back to me, Private. Dismissed.
This video still isn't over? I could have swore I was like, oh my god, the second I get back, I'm gonna be like, the video was over 10 years ago. I got watermelon though, boys. I had to put some flea treatment on my kitty kids. Love.
Yo, how you doing, my man? You doing good? Damn, I feel you. Anyways, we giving back to the homeless today, so I got you with a half-eaten sausage, my boy. It's turkey. It's good. Yeah.
Wow. Bruh? Bruh? Bruh.
Damn, can I get a job? I don't want to sell the dope, so I don't like that shop.
Bruh. Bruh. Uh-oh. Whoa. Whoa. What is going on? That's how many videos he has of cats, huh? Blew up. Wait, hold on, did I get a message? Bruh, this cat is so ugly. So weird looking. Depression. Bro, banned? Breaking news, Slim Shady killed by Eminem. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, let me show you guys what was said. This poor ugly little fish. What is this?
Es war einmal in einem kleinen Städtchen da.
What is this?
Namens Barbara. Und diese Barbara war im ganzen Land für ihren abartig guten Rhabarberkuchen bekannt. Ja, man konnte sagen, dass Barbaras Rhabarberkuchen ohne Wenn und Aber gar eine geradezu magische Erfahrung war.
Who is this?
Ja, dieser Kuchen war gerade
Who is this?
Und die Nachfrage danach erstarkte drastisch. Barbara eröffnete noch im selben Jahr eine Bar und nannte...
Is that John Wick? Is that Keanu Reeves?
Ein paar Barbaren, die hatten von Barbaras Rhabarberbar erfahren. Und da sie fortan jeden Tag bei Barbara waren, nannte man sie bald die Rhabarberbarbaren.
Thomas Jefferson. Aw, little kitty cat. Tatzel, Arden. That's enough. Where is... I know as much as you. That's funny. Right here.
But he's never had another paranormal experience. This next creepy video was sent in by Nuke's Top 5 viewer Paulus Helander. In his email, Paulus says that his brother was home all alone one night at their farm in Finland. Out the window, he notices that the light in the barn has mysteriously turned on. Paulus says that this strange event has happened many times, but no one in his family can figure out why. Now the farm is in the middle of nowhere, and the man is all alone. But nevertheless, he gathers his courage and goes out to turn off the light. He films the barn as he searches for any explanation as to why the light turned on. What happens next is downright creepy.
Does he have a pink dog? I don't know, buddy. I wish I could tell you I do, but I don't. Wait. That's a tangent. That's weird. This isn't creeping me. I want more creepy.
Did you see it?
Downright
A pale, undefined face can be seen staring in through the window of the barn, seemingly watching the man before disappearing into the night. Thankfully, whatever it was seems to have scurried off, and the man returned home unharmed. But what do you think this is?
It was probably just a person,
bro. Or perhaps something even more terrifying. A real person stalking around the farm in the middle of nowhere in the dead of night.
Yeah. He was just, bro, people just do that, you know? They just walk around, and they're like, oh, there's a person in there. Sorry, bro. Bye.
Now, in Japan,
like,
there's a famous
that's
legend
not
of
weird.
a girl named Hanako-san. This young girl's spirit is said to haunt restrooms in schools across Japan. The group moves in, all of them a bit hesitant to investigate the source of the creepy sound. Needless to say, it did not go well.
Oh my god. What was that? Why did they start screaming?
The girls are just about to leave until they suddenly hear a loud bang and go back for a look. The horrifying, distorted face of a young girl can be seen inside one of the restroom stalls.
Whoa.
The group runs in fear, and the video cuts. Now, unfortunately, there's no source to be found for this video. It appeared on the internet as mysteriously as the Japanese legend. So did the girls capture evidence of Hanako-san? Or is it all just an elaborate
That's
hoax?
just a shit emo.
You decide.
That looks weird.
The 6-year seal. A girl says that she lives in a spooky house that was built in the early 1800s. She says that as long as she can remember, strange, unexplained things have happened around the home, including odd noises and creepy, unexplained footsteps in the middle of the night. Tragically, the girl's mother passed away inside the house under mysterious circumstances. Soon after, the girl's granddad became convinced that there was something evil inside the home. For unknown reasons, her granddad sealed his bedroom shut, hid the key, and left the house, never to return. The old man's room remained locked off for the next 6 years. Then suddenly, one day the key to the room was found just lying in the open on the living room table, with no explanation as to how it got there. One night, the girl and her friends decide to explore the allegedly haunted house, using a spirit box in hopes of getting some kind of answer from the other side.
I hate
and
this
that's
tablet.
when things
Just
take
do
a
the
very
line.
unexpected turn.
Oh, it did it.
Oh, y'all heard that. Y'all heard that.
I didn't hear shit.
You scared me so bad.
The girl's sister is unaware of what's going on and simply steps out of the shower to go to her room. The group thinks it's a ghost and freaks the out. But things are about to take a much more sinister turn as the three friends finally decide to unlock and explore her granddad's 6-year sealed bedroom.
It was just a bedroom? Are you going in?
Oh, I've seen this clip before. It's weird. I don't have an explanation for it.
No, I don't.
I just got so lightheaded.
That?
I just got. Corbin, don't be going for this stuff. I just got so lightheaded. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. I got lightheaded as soon as I walked in here.
Yeah.
You are not welcome here.
Oh, my head's itching. I
If
think
there's
it
any
was lights
spirits
in here.
leave. You are not welcome.
Why is Santa Claus locked up?
Why is Santa Claus locked up?
Why, Santa, why are you locked up? It could be an object in here. Yeah. Did your grandpa ever think about that? Like, it could be an object. You could just burn the whole room. You doing in the closet, dude?
Oh, my back's burning.
Is it really?
Bitch, my back's
Do you have
burning.
scratch marks in it? I don't know. Oh my god! No, you're kidding!
Stop.
No, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out.
Oh, it was in the closet.
Stop, you're giving me anxiety.
Oh my god! You're kidding, right? You're kidding.
Whoa.
The girls are shocked as their friend seems to get scratched by something inside the room.
It took us like 5 minutes to unlock that door. Like, it wouldn't open. We went in and immediately I felt lightheaded. Didn't you say you
This
didn't
happened
feel
in like
good?
2020, I think.
Yeah, immediately I felt lightheaded and I was like, okay, weird. But I was just trying to like play it off, you know, like it's not real. He said that his back was burning, and as a joke, I was like, oh, imagine if he had scratch marks. And then he had them. And in the video, you obviously can see there was no one near him.
After this terrifying ordeal, the group believes something is very wrong inside that house. They say that they plan on just staying out of that bedroom.
Yeah.
But what do you think is going on here? Could there be a dark entity linked to that bedroom? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. Lost Soul. In Michoacan, Mexico,
There's no
photographer
way
named
to
Paco
fake
is
those
waiting-
scratch marks, though. The way they look, you can't do that. He couldn't do that to himself. And the boys in that room and the girls in that room, none of them had, like, to do that angle, you'd have to, like, actually lift up his shirt and scratch. Right? It's just very interesting. And then it didn't even look like nails, really. It looked so weird. I don't have an explanation for that.
In his studio for his friend Eduardo to arrive to work on a project. Paco suddenly hears his friend Eduardo outside his open window, talking loudly to someone on the street. Paco checks his security camera to see what's going on. And, just watch.
Bro has schizophrenia.
Güey, te juro por Dios, güey. Te lo juro por Dios que un señor me preguntó qué onda era la pinera. No digas mamadas. Te lo juro por Dios, güey. Un señor se me acercó y preguntó, oiga, disculpe, ¿dónde es la pinera? Y por eso le explico, le digo que tenía que cruzar y darle más para abajo, güey, te lo juro. Te lo juro, güey, no mames.
No.
Eduardo swears that a man was asking
You
him
have
for
schizophrenia.
directions, but the security footage shows no one there. Just an odd white mist. So did Eduardo have a conversation with a ghost? Or a brief mental breakdown? Because he seems convinced. So let me know what you think. Alice Addict.
It's a
Amateur paranormal investigator Phil Koch has been posting strange captures from his supernatural explorations for 15 years on YouTube.
What the hell was that? Wait, gotta get the camera. Shh. Okay, something just crashed right next to us.
In fact, I've featured Phil's videos on this channel many years ago.
What the hell? Something just moved behind me.
Now, on this particular night, Phil and his teenage son are performing a paranormal investigation in the attic of an allegedly haunted house in West Allis, Wisconsin. And things get weird.
On the floor. So.
56? 70? Between.
Without them knowing, a voice seems to whisper, "Go outside."
7.
But what happens next shocks them to their core.
It's like 12:30. And I think that it was about an hour since we heard those footsteps coming through here, but I don't know what that was from. What's our average temperature?
It's about 37, 38.
That's why I'm cold. And I'm getting like a 0.2 all the way through the room.
Like it's going to 45. There's 50. Oh, I got a 50.
I got a reading here.
Whoa.
Hello. I got a reading here. Okay. Hello.
How do you
Phil
fake
and his
that?
son have had enough. They just run right out of the attic. But when Phil uploads the video, many viewers claim that they can actually see something sitting in the chair that slides out. But what do you think?
No, I don't see it.
Okay.
How do you fake that?
The Wandering Patient. This next video takes place in an allegedly haunted hospital. Now the story goes that the spirit of a little girl who passed away still wanders the hospital halls, unable to move on. Down in the hospital cafeteria, the staff working the late night shift experience something that makes their blood run cold.
Hi, Costino.
Ay, no me están asustando. Yo quiero llorar. Foto, ya está grabando. ¿Estoy grabando?
Whoa.
Ya deja de jugar, niña. Ay, no, Dani, yo miedo. Pequeña. No mames. Pequeña, que estamos jugando, ven acá. Ya se fue para allá. Se abrieron las de allá. Se abrieron las
Oh, she
dos,
left.
y
She
salió.
knew. She know that she's talking to them.
Ay, no, nunca me asusto, pero ahora, mire. Nunca me asusto. Y ahora. Ay, no mames, no, ya. ¿Qué necesitas, pequeña? ¿Eh? No. ¿Ocupas algo?
Poor baby.
Ay, no. Pequeña. ¿Ya prendió la luz?
Now the hospital night staff all know the creepy story of the little ghost that supposedly wanders the hospital. So they watch in terror as the cafeteria gates and automatic door open and close on their own, almost as if someone is walking there.
Yeah,
But
she
as
got
the
scared
doors
too the
close,
second
a
you
small dark
noticed.
figure can be seen walking by the doors on the other side. But whatever it is, it somehow just doesn't trigger the automatic doors.
Fighting
So could the
evil
stories
by
be true?
moonlight.
And is the hospital indeed haunted by the spirit
Screaming
of a
at
little
video
girl?
games
I leave
by
that up to you
daylight.
to decide. The Madison Seminary. Two teams of paranormal investigators decide to explore the allegedly haunted Madison Seminary in Madison, Ohio. Madison Seminary was built in 1847, and over the years the building has been used as a school, a hospital, a mental asylum, and even as housing for the grieving families of men who died in the Civil War.
Aww.
With a long, dark history like that, it's no surprise that many ghosts are said to haunt its abandoned halls. So one spirit in particular is said to be that of a very unfriendly doctor who tries to frighten and physically attack anyone who visits Madison Seminary.
Why?
Now, the team of paranormal investigators has just started to explore the building when investigator Mandy notices something very odd.
You're super red.
What? Am I gonna die?
Wait, what? Hold on.
Am I gonna die?
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, he's super red.
What?
Look at that.
I don't see it.
Sun just came through. Hey. Oh, it's a pain.
Oh, what the? It almost looks like a thumb.
That's weird.
Bruh. The back of his head looks so funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even feel anything. Like, it doesn't feel like anything right now.
No, that's weird.
I guess we'll see if it does start to feel like something.
Turn around again.
So it's burning or something?
I mean, it's so red.
It's red. It's really red.
It's weird.
Ghost hunter Steve is shocked to discover that a large red mark has suddenly appeared on the back of his neck, but he says he doesn't really feel a thing. So the group continues upstairs where the angry spirit of the doctor is said to sometimes appear. As they record, they capture something that is downright creepy.
Yeah, it was like a male voice down there. It was like 2 or 3 words.
Doctor! Doctor!
It said doctor.
It just said doctor.
Right after we heard a male voice, it said doctor. Yeah. So the thing is, he says he doesn't like to be called a doctor because he says he was a surgeon. So people call him a doctor and it makes him angry.
Oh, he was a surgeon.
Is there a doctor down there? Oh, did you hear that? Yeah. I definitely heard a voice coming
Have a
from
good
down
night,
there.
Marseille.
The group hears a male voice coming from somewhere in the attic. But did you see it? Right after the investigators hear a voice and their obelisk ghost box says the word doctor, a small dark figure can be seen running into the attic hallway.
That's so funny, a little duende.
Ghost hunters don't even notice the odd figure and only see it once they review their footage later. So did they capture the spirit of the old hospital doctor on camera? You decide. You can watch this entire investigation over on the YouTube channel, Ghost Club Paranormal. Caught on camera.
A little
Late one
duende.
night, Claire Mills from Manchester, England gets a notification on her Ring camera that someone is moving around in her front yard. For obvious reasons, Claire is a bit worried, and she immediately checks the camera footage. What she sees sends chills down her spine.
You shouldn't be saying that, Scarlett. Whoa! Who was that?
A strange white mist can be seen quickly darting down the driveway before disappearing
Shut.
completely. Claire has no idea what to make of this bizarre figure and wonders if she might have caught a ghost on camera. We need scary videos, so if you see something scary that you think would be perfect for the top 5, send it to me at nukestop5.
Shut your mouth.
Security guard Yaramirez Rivera is working the night shift on New Year's Eve at a Bodega Herrera store in Torreon, Mexico.
I'll just shut my
The security
mouth.
guard is a little bit bored and records a video complaining about having to work all alone on New Year's Eve.
Oh, it's still playing.
Suddenly, something very strange happens.
Año nuevo, señores. Feliz año nuevo aquí encerrado. Aquí dando el rondín. Jales, jale. Sin llorar. Ay, güey. Hijo de su pinche madre. Luego se oyó. Ni pedo, vámonos. Uy.
Bro, it's Buzz.
¿Qué chingas trae ese pinche mo? No manches.
I could say slut. Yeah, because your parents won't let you.
No, no se oye con sensor, valiendo madre. Vámonos mejor. Uy.
Bruh, stop!
Uy, güey. Vámonos mejor.
After this creepy occurrence, the security guard is a little freaked out, but just brushes it off. But then another night at 3:20 in the morning,
And then another
Rivera
night at
thinks he
Freddy.
keeps seeing someone walking behind him from the corner of his eye, even though he's the only person in the store. A little spooked, he decides to record himself as he walks through the store, hoping to catch a glimpse of any
What is your
mysterious
request?
intruder that might be following him. What happens next is truly bizarre.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Buenas madrugadas. No, bueno, más bien, estoy nervioso, asustado. Siempre traigo mi celular a la mano. Son las 3:20 de la mañana, me tocó aquí guardia nocturna.
I'm doing it right now. This is cringe ass Day Kofu.
Pero ahorita acabo de ver a alguien
In the
allá
flesh.
en la entrada de clientes. Se miró allá por la entrada de clientes, hasta allá hasta atrás. Y no hay nadie. Ya fui a asomarme y no.
Wow.
No hay nadie. Así lo voy a dejar a ver si. Pues de pura chingadera se vuelve a ver, ¿no?
Good.
Y lo vi clarito, clarito. Ya lo vi otra vez. A ver si se alcanza a ver. No, me da miedo ir.
There we go.
A eso que se mira ahí.
¡Mira ahí!
Eso negro que se ve ahí. Miren, ya se movió. ¡Oh! Está caminando, de hecho hasta que no manches. No manches. Y se sigue moviendo. Se sigue moviendo. Es una persona, claro está que mire.
Damn.
No. Vámonos.
Someone or something can be seen lurking behind the creeped out security guard. Now, we cut to a week later and Rivera is back on another night shift when he spots a little girl aimlessly wandering around outside the supermarket.
Nah.
But before he can approach her, she simply disappears into the night. Given the late hour and the fact that the little girl was all alone, many viewers have speculated that this little girl could have been responsible for the strange occurrences in the store. Some even suggest that she might actually be a ghost. So now a few months go by and things seem to be back to normal at the store. But then Rivera spots a shopping cart doing something a little weird.
¿Qué tal, amigos? ¿Cómo están? Oigan, estoy en mi hora de comida, pero no van a creer, amigos. Ahorita escuché que se movió el carrito. No lo vi. Escuché que ese carrito se movió, amigos. Se escuchó así clarito como si lo hubiera alguien agarrado. Bueno, no sé, a lo mejor son mis nervios. Miren, hasta, no sé si se fijan, hasta estoy temblando. Pero sí, clarito escuché que lo movieron, amigos. Clarito.
That sounded like his voice.
Clarito. Que lo movieron, amigos. Clarito.
It sounded like his voice pitched up. But I will say, he has the most realistic
Pues no alcancé a grabarlo, obviamente. Pero mire. No
reaction,
manches,
so he's a good actor if it's not real.
Si soy yo, son mis nervios, no sé. Pero, mire. No manches. No manches, amigos. Se movió. El carro se movió. Estoy seguro. Se movió, amigos. Se movió.
As the security guard attempts to capture
I
evidence,
ball out of it, yeah, boy.
a soft voice can
No.
be saying, "Who
No
comes?"
ghost.
Which basically translates in English
You wanna
to
play?
Want to play?
Que lo movieron, amigos. Clarito.
So could it be that the Bodega Herrera store in Torreon is haunted by the spirit of a little girl? Or just what is going on here?
I don't know.
I leave it up to you to decide.
I don't know. That's all that is. I have doubt. I have reasonable doubt. I think that was him playing it up. He didn't need to play it up and say "Jugamos." Like, he didn't need to say that. If he didn't say that, if he didn't do that, I would have believed it more. I don't know. Alright, more top 5. I love this channel. Let's see, what's the most popular video? 6 years ago, ghost caught on camera, 5 scary videos. This has 36 million views.
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera. When you see it. A mother is sitting with her 2 daughters while they eat. Suddenly, the oldest daughter becomes very disturbed and frightened by something she can see in the other room, even though there's nothing visible in the video.
What?
What?
I'm scared. It's okay.
I am.
I just turned off the lights, that's all.
The mother remains calm, questioning her daughter as to why she is scared. But she receives no answer.
This is a classic.
The younger daughter looks back, doesn't see anything.
This is
and
super
then
old.
laughs at
This
how
is
her
like
big
beginning
sister
of
is
YouTube
seemingly
old.
scared of nothing.
Like 2010, 20...
What was that? What are you doing? Oh, what, Nani? Look at me. What are you scared of? The fish? Oh, the fish died.
What?
Angel's sleeping already. It's raining, girls.
No.
Nani, are you almost done eating? Look at me. Look at me.
That is, until the younger girl takes a second look, and suddenly she also sees whatever frightened her older sister. Her reaction is pure terror.
Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. But you gotta listen to me. Turn around. Look at me. What's the matter?
What is it? I always wondered. What's in there?
The video uploader, Angel Ruiz, says that both girls claim to have seen a ghost in the other room, even though nothing strange was visible to their mother or captured on video. Loading dock ghost girl. Guards at the loading dock in Mexico spot something strange on their security camera. What looks like a young girl dressed in all black is standing near one of their trucks. While 2 guards go outside to investigate, the others watch on the CCTV camera.
You just chilling behind.
Adelante. Caminen hacia atrás 3 pasos. Exactamente está a su espalda y ustedes ahí me ven. ¿Ya viste? Exactamente ahí donde está haciendo su movimiento ahorita. Diles.
Damn.
Adelante, lo escucho.
Ya le abrí aquí la malla al 37, lo dejo que pase hasta del otro lado, lo acompaño al portón y lo dejo que vaya, ¿o qué hago? No hay nada.
Hasta ahí está don Enrique y Cristian.
Yes, that is new.
Está atrás de...
It's an old nuke.
¿Sí, Enrique? Ahí, ya la barajaste.
Despite the girl being visible on the security camera monitor, the guards on the lot can't see her, even though she is standing right beside them. While the other guards inside try to direct them to her location over the radio, the guard shines his light around, but they both still seem to see nothing. It almost looks as if the guards believe that they are being pranked by the other security guards inside at the CCTV monitor. Creepiest of all, as the guards search, they seem to pass right through the girl, and one guard's flashlight shines right through her body as well. Do you believe?
This is Dalhousie Castle in Scotland. It's 800 years old. And the reason why we're here is because the place is rumoured to be haunted.
Australian reporter Helen Parker never believed in ghosts. That is, until the journalist investigated Dalhousie Castle, an 800-year-old haunted castle in Scotland. Parker was so confident that she decided to go alone into the castle's dungeon at 2 a.m. Just her and a camera.
It's now nearly 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm down here in the dungeon. We were having dinner earlier
She's
tonight
cute.
down here. And it's definitely
She
a
gives
very,
me good
very
vibes.
different mood now. The rest of the castle have gone to bed. Now I should point out I'm the only one in the dungeon. Just me and my camera, and I'm facing the only doorway. So, had no signs of her tonight. But if ever you were going to see a ghost, do you think it would be here?
After sitting for a while and witnessing nothing, she even starts joking about how the castle's ghost called Lady Catherine might be, quote, rubbish.
So maybe it's all just rubbish. Maybe it's all just hocus pocus. Maybe there is no such thing as ghosts whatsoever.
Then she even starts taunting the supposed spirit.
Anyway, I'm prepared to wait. Catherine. Oh, Catherine. It's creeping me out now. Okay, I get it. I'm going.
What happened?
Okay, Catherine, I get it. Then something moves in the dungeon, but I'm not staying to find out what it is. I'm freaking going.
Helen Parker says that during the experience she felt, quote, an intense electrical feeling down the right side of my face and head.
Whoa.
Okay, I get it. I'm going.
She's in disbelief. She's like, what the fuck did I just witness?
I'd like to think I'm a pretty rational person. But, and if you're interested to play back what's on that tape. The chair banging on its own with such purpose is what scared me. And an intense electric feeling down the right side of my face and head. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm shaking like a leaf.
She was trying to be nice, bro.
Anyway, she was probably just knocking on the chair to say hello and can you let me out of this castle? In the beginning, I'd assumed either nothing would happen here or I'd fall asleep on camera. Whatever my encounter was, it was one of the biggest frights of my life.
The Follower. While a man was vacationing in the Rocky Mountains, his girlfriend zoomed in and snapped an iPhone live photo of him. For those who don't know, an iPhone live photo basically captures a 3-second video along with the normal photo. Later, when they were reviewing their pictures, they found something very odd. Even though they were all alone in the wilderness that day, someone appeared to be watching the man from the field behind him. On first glance, it looks like someone standing in tall grass. But as this shot shows, the grass in that area is not that tall. So on second look at the photo, it almost appears as if the person was actually hiding in the grass. But the iPhone live photo 3-second video shows something very different. It almost looks like someone walking, even though half of the person's body would be beneath the ground.
What?
When the video is motion stabilized, it looks even creepier.
What is that?
Invisible dinner guest. YouTube user bscotty321 was suspicious that his little sister was playing with his food every time he left the room, so he set up a camera to catch her in the act. Sure enough, she was playing with his food.
One day.
But she also seemed to be talking to someone who wasn't there.
Bathroom? I go poo-poo.
Aww. I go poo-poo.
Let's go to dinner.
I wanted. That's so funny.
As she says that's Billy's dinner to someone or something that can't be seen in the video, the silverware on the plate seems to move on its own.
Just accepts that there's a ghost. Honestly, when I was a kid, I just accepted that ghost, like, things would happen, and I couldn't have an explanation for them. I was just like, okay. Thank you. I'll review it soon. Let me see. Let me get another one up. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba.
The uncanny ability to connect to the spirit world, and
I
in
have
some
an
cases
ability
even
to
see
connect to
or communicate with the
bitches.
other side.
Why did this
in
open
this
in
next
here?
video, a father is home alone
Go
with
up
his
here.
son when the toddler seems to spot something truly bizarre.
Bizarre.
Mama, your mama isn't there. There's no one there.
What?
Are you seeing ghosts?
Yes.
In another creepy video posted by Kurt Harris, his family is visiting his grandmother in Chicago when his little cousin Daisy says something that is downright chilling.
That's the man come to see me now.
Who come to see you at night?
The man.
What man? What man? Up here?
Uh-huh.
He did.
Little Daisy claims that the relative in an older photo on the wall visits her at night. Now, the only problem with that is, well, he did.
He did? The only problem with that? He did.
He did.
In fact, the man in the photo passed away in 2005, over 14 years before little Daisy was even born. She has never even met the man. Or did she actually meet his ghost? You decide.
You decide.
Up here?
Uh-huh.
He did.
He did.
Crescent Hotel. Built over 138 years ago, the Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs, Arkansas has become infamous for its dark history full of death and tragedy, leaving the hotel with the ominous name, quote, the most haunted hotel in America. The hotel was once a treatment center run by a man named Norman Baker. Baker claimed that he had, quote, the miracle cure for cancer. Of course, these claims were completely false, and hundreds of people lost their lives within the walls of this building, hopelessly waiting on a cure that would just never come. Some of the patients' remains were said to be scattered on the property. Now, with a history like that, it's no wonder that today many of the hotel guests claim to have had terrifying paranormal encounters, and some of these experiences were even caught on camera. 4 years ago, Jennifer Chronister was visiting the Crescent Hotel with her mother when she accidentally captured something truly creepy.
Girls trip, most haunted hotel in America, and my nightstand on the creepy door is my eyes shut. So early bedtime looking for ghosts.
Did you see it?
Did you see
When
it?
slowed down, it becomes clear that something moves in front of Jennifer's camera, something that resembles a small child.
What? I thought
Even
that was her
creepier,
hand.
Fox Nation reporter Abby Hornacek also stayed at the hotel and left with painful scratches on her back. But that's not all. A woman named Angelina and her daughter were staying in room 212 at the Crescent
Oh
Hotel.
shit, I haven't been checking my messages.
It is said that on this side of the building, the spirit of a mysterious lady in white is often seen on the balconies. In fact, it's claimed that sometimes this ghost is actually seen falling from the balconies into the garden below.
Wow.
So, it's 6 in the morning and Angelina is outside her room enjoying her coffee. And then, this happens.
Guys, I should play Five Nights at Freddy's for you guys. I would love to play the Five Nights for you, because I hate it. I get so freaked out so easily. I hate it. And I know you guys would love to see me play. I've never beaten it. I just get that freaked out. How do you know it's not just a kid above you?
Angelina is shocked and also a bit excited when she hears the voice of a woman singing from the balcony.
That's a
right
girl.
next
That's a little
to her,
girl, bro.
because there's no one over there. Angelina says that she was a bit creeped out by the experience,
FNAF is too
but she is
loud.
also grateful to have captured what
It's
she
got too many
believes
noises.
is
It
the
freaks me the
voice
fuck
of a
out.
spirit. Knock, knock. Late one night, a group of friends decide to film themselves taking a spooky dare at a local school that is said to be haunted.
Oh.
The story goes that if you go around to the back of the school and knock on the nurse's office door, someone or something will knock back.
Go. Just knock on it. Knock.
Imagine it was just room service. Yeah.
Go. Knock harder. Let them know.
Let him know.
Let 'em-
A sudden loud scream sends the girls running in terror.
Let them.
Now, unfortunately, the original creator of this video has basically disappeared off the internet. So for now, whatever happened next remains a mystery. We need scary videos, so if you've seen one or even filmed one yourself, contact me at nukestop5@gmail.com. School's out. 14 years ago, Mark Doty visited a private school in Seattle to use the school's recording studio to lay down a new track. Mark sets up his camera in the school hallway and is about to record a vlog for social media. But for some reason, he just isn't feeling well and is having trouble keeping focused. Eventually, he just gives up. Much later, Mark is going back through the footage that he recorded at the school. What he sees chills him to his core. This is the video.
He knew without knowing.
Okay. I'm not doing this right. Okay. I can't even see myself. I don't know if this, okay, never mind.
Did you see it?
Did you see
The eerie translucent figure of a woman dressed in a long white gown can just barely be seen walking down the staircase. But as the figure suddenly turns the corner, it becomes very visible. But then, it disappears out of sight. Mark is completely unaware of what's happening right behind him, but for some reason he feels confused and unfocused. Now it's worth mentioning that Mark has dedicated his social media and YouTube channel exclusively to his music. This 14-year-old footage is the only video on his channel that has anything to do with the paranormal. The unwelcome guest.
He doesn't even seem like he wanted to post that.
Workers at a mid-sized hotel in Los Angeles, California have noticed strange things happening on the hotel's second floor. These odd incidents usually seem to occur late at night.
Alright, so we're getting crazy calls from this room that is unoccupied in the second floor. Okay, keys. I think it's 226. That's right. Alright. There's the phone. No one's calling. No one's here. Everything's chilling.
A worker at the hotel says they've been getting frequent unexplained phone calls from an empty room on the second floor. He goes to check, but he finds no explanation for the bizarre calls. There's no one staying in that room. But did you hear it? After I carefully analyzed this video, I noticed something odd that neither the uploader or his viewers seem to catch. Now I've isolated and enhanced the audio to make it easier to hear.
Isolated and enhanced.
But listen closely. Without knowing, the hotel worker seems to have caught a creepy EVP of a voice whispering, "Why?" as he walks down the second floor hall. But that's not all that the late night hotel staff has captured on video. During a slow night of work at the hotel, a girl named Brooke and her coworker decide to pass the time with a fun little race challenge. They put their phone in the hotel's elevator on the third floor and attempt to race the elevator down to the lobby to pick it up. But then, things just get weird.
That's cute. Thank you. Is that a woman's voice?
The elevator hangs on the allegedly haunted second floor as the doors continuously open and close for no reason. And strangely enough, another unexplained voice seems to quietly say, "Hello?" Cut to another night at the hotel. Brooke decides to record as she and her coworker are busy arranging furniture in one of the vacant second floor rooms. The video was meant to be a random vlog showing what they do on an average night at work. But when she looks back at her footage, she finds something that is pure nightmare fuel.
I felt bad. How do you up the stairs? I don't know, but I mean, I felt bad, but also no, don't feel bad. It's just terrible. Can you hold it? I'm gonna clean it real quick. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, so my sister, she graduates in 2 days, and I asked for the whole weekend off.
What do you want to talk about? Where the mirror should go?
Yeah, actually, let's do our job.
Okay. All right. Chat, should the mirror go
here?
In this corner?
The right corner.
Okay. Or in that corner?
Did you see it?
Did you see it?
For a brief moment, a dark shape can be seen standing in the opposite corner of the room.
What?
Eerily watching the two young women as they work. But when they pan the camera back over to the corner where the dark figure was standing, there's nothing there. So, is this LA hotel haunted? Or
yes.
Is it all just a very elaborate hoax?
No, it's haunted.
You decide.
Moon's haunted.
A cry for help.
Moon's haunted.
Late one afternoon, two teenage girls are hanging out in the woods near their home. They're taking pictures of a red rose in the forest for an art project for school. They begin to hear something very strange coming from the woods nearby. They start to get a little freaked out, and one of the girls takes out her phone and captures this disturbing video.
What did she capture?
I screamed to scare the demons. They would mimic your scream. Oh. That never scared me anyway. Maybe it's just a bunch of kids trying to summon demons. That in the forest we're in? Yeah.
Whoa.
Sounds like fun.
No, it doesn't. Someone's being murdered.
The more you listen, the less scary it sounds. The more I listen, the more scary it sounds. I just sound like one of those now. getting Yeah.
Bro, someone's being murdered. Y'all are NPCs.
I think I know this. I think it's a hyena.
No, it's not. It's somebody being murdered.
So, hyena someone? No.
The two girls hear bizarre screaming coming from somewhere nearby in the woods. But the two teenagers, apparently fearing demons and hyenas, are pretty freaked out and decide to just hurry home. One of the girls tells her mother what happened, and her mom makes the very wise decision to immediately call the police. The local authorities arrive and search the area, and in a tragic turn of events, they find a woman in the woods desperately screaming for help. The woman's husband had suddenly lost consciousness and quickly passed away out in the middle of the forest. The woman cried and cried for help, but it was hours before anyone came. Now, unfortunately, nothing could be done for the man, even if the call had been made earlier. But this very sad story is a good reminder that scary sounds aren't always something scary. Calling the authorities just might save a life.
What were...
Secret shopper.
Y'all
One night
suck.
at around 10 p.m. at a discount store
Imagine
in
someone
California,
screaming for help and you just decide to run away. What? You don't call the police or nothing? Y'all are just dumb.
When something happens that sends chills down his spine.
I want you guys to focus on this area right here. Okay? Hold on, let me speed this up a bit. All right, watch. Look. Boom, you see that?
Suddenly, for no reason, a box falls from the high shelf in the storeroom with a loud bang, freaking Rodney out.
Little Rodney scared.
As he reviews the store security camera footage to show what happened, he suddenly hears a strange sound coming from somewhere inside the store. He goes to investigate, and this is when things get really creepy.
Is that you?
He sounds very New York.
Look. I'm here by myself. Nobody's here. It's just me.
All right.
See that? Come out. I'm not afraid of you. Is that you? I threw down the box earlier? Come on out. You don't scare me. Come on up.
LOL.
Trying to mess with me.
Just try to mess with me. Sir, I think there's a ghost. I don't think there's shit here.
Ooh!
What?
Oh, shit.
Oh!
Rodney searches the store to find the source of the strange sound, when suddenly he feels a weird tug on his hair, almost as if something is touching him. He goes to check the store security camera, and his blood runs cold.
But look, there I am right there. Look, you see that?
Wow.
You see that?
That kid kicks sand in Cool Cat's face. And Maria is crying.
No.
I got you on video, bitch.
It looks like something pulled Rodney's hair. Now, Rodney posted his video to show what happened to him, but has chosen to keep his identity and the location of the store a secret.
I didn't want to be labeled this store as the haunted store. So I got you in my store. Some crazy things happened, and took some video, and that's about it.
So, is this a real paranormal encounter or not? As always, I leave that up to you to decide.
As always, I leave it up to you to decide.
In this next creepy video, 3 medical students are working the night shift, and it's a bit of a slow night on the job. So, to pass the time, they decide to set out to explore an abandoned and allegedly haunted section of the hospital.
I think I've seen this video.
The old out-of-service hospital emergency room.
You guys, haunted ER?
What about it?
We're gonna go.
Yeah, I've seen this video. This is actually creepy.
Throughout the hospital's many years in operations, countless patients died in this section of the hospital.
Obviously.
The most recent tragic death being that of a young child. It is said that the ghosts of patients who passed away still haunt the old ER. So, the 3 med students make it down to the abandoned old emergency room. And yes, things are about to take a terrifying turn.
I'm gonna look good too. Oh my god, my head is huge. Chloe, so I can't even... Huh?
It's just close to the camera.
Yeah, you're right. We got a chance for the haunted. Yeah.
I'm not excited about this. I didn't even get ready to do my sandwich.
It feels like we're getting on a... You nervous? Are you nervous?
Because it's hard.
Here, let me get up a Sailor Moon thing.
You see anything?
What?
Chloe just moved herself. What?
Oh, it's a doll. Yeah, it's just a little doll. It was training.
Oh, it's a training doll. Yeah.
Put it here.
It's still weird though.
It's weird. Nah, look at her.
Oh, that's so weird.
So weird.
Oh, it's freaky. Let's go.
Oh.
What?
Why are you looking? Oh, the lights are on.
That's weird.
Go in.
Oh.
Go in.
Go in.
Go in. Go in. Figure out why the lights are on. I don't like that. I don't like that. Just go. Do it.
They look like evil eyes.
They look like evil eyes.
Yeah, of course we're gonna go in with you.
Thanks. Ooh, it feels weird. Was that you?
Yeah.
This room feels weird. I don't like this. Ooh.
Why does this sound kind of sexual? Stop moaning, bro.
Oh! The curtain moved.
No, it did.
Yeah, it did. It moved.
Why
It
would
moved.
it
It moved. Yes, it did.
Why would
It did.
move?
How did you not see that? Oh, okay. Ooh!
A curtain moves on its own, and a cane falls to the floor almost as if it was pushed. The 3 medical students are completely freaked out and just run right out of there. So, are the stories true? And is the old emergency room haunted by the spirits of former patients? Let me know what you think. Cynical. A Nuke's Top 5 viewer and YouTube gamer who goes by the name Professor Cynical reached out to us about some scary, unexplainable events that have been happening at his home in England.
And that kind of stuff happens all the time now. And
bruh.
The hell?
Even though Professor Cynical is, cynical and a skeptic, he says that ever since his family moved into their home 4 years ago, things have happened that he simply can't explain. Late one night, after being awakened by strange noises, Cynical gets up and starts recording. What happens next is downright creepy.
Don't worry about that. That was my air freshener going off automatically. 8 minutes. Bargain.
8 minutes bargain.
Nah, man. Nah.
Nah, mate.
Nah. Nope. I am moving out.
Cynical is shocked when he sees the door to the kitchen move all by itself. But it gets even creepier.
Can you make something move? Again?
Give me a second, G.
Can you make anything move?
Cynical has the scare of a lifetime when suddenly a chair forcefully slides towards him from all the way across the room. Professor Cynical says that he now believes his house might just be very haunted, and he thinks that he and his family should maybe just move out. Graveyard shift. Japri is working a late-night shift on ambulance duty as an emergency medical technician. As he's driving the ambulance back to base, something happens that he simply can't explain. Something absolutely terrifying.
Alright, so I'm not sure how to talk about this, but well, first off, I've been an EMT just for a little bit, and like I ain't never experienced nothing like this. So as we driving back to base, I swear I seen a face in the rearview mirror.
Damn.
Like,
Send somebody as soon as you can.
I need to turn this engine off though, cause like we're gonna be stranded out here.
Yeah. As soon as possible.
Oh,
shit, thank you.
I'm not trying to go back near this truck.
There we go. I'm gonna do some very simple shadows, and then I'll call it a stream. Nice chill drawing stuff. I like this face, it's like so funny. Does it look better here or here? No, this way it'll look like Pearl. Bruh.
I don't know if you see it, but can y'all see that back door? Like it just flew open. Like, can y'all? Oh. Nah, what the?
Nah. Hell nah. Hell nah. Hell nah.
Nah, hell nah. That nah.
As Japri is reaching in to turn off the engine, just off camera, the back door of the ambulance flies open on its own. Japri is shocked and jumps back out, leaving his phone behind. Now he eventually returns and grabs his phone, but then Japri and his EMT partner see a strange, unexplained shadow darting back and forth inside the ambulance. Japri says he was so shaken up by this encounter that he called his employer to come pick up the ambulance.
Yeah,
He
no,
says
yeah,
he
yeah.
took an Uber home.
Real. That was interesting. The Goblin Market. There was a Goblin Market at the gaming store near my home. It's funny. Should have went. Alright, last one. 10 scary videos. Are you a big baby?
This next creepy footage was captured live on national TV in Argentina. So in Argentina, there's a program called Fenómenos, which is broadcast live and covers notable weather events in Argentina and around the world. The show's co-host, Matias Bertolotti, is doing a normal weather forecast for the upcoming weekend. When this happens.
Por eso es el día quizás de estos próximos días, porque se viene la humedad y ahora sí, la esperada lluvia en la zona central, que están esperándola muchísimo, asociado con las perturbaciones de mal tiempo, va a realzar todo esto.
The program switches to a live security camera overlooking the boardwalk of the city of Corrientes, but something pale and translucent can be seen walking across the field and out of frame. The strange figure looks almost like the torso of a person, with arms moving quickly, almost as if whoever or whatever this is running. A shocked viewer is watching the show and shares the footage to his Instagram. It quickly gets a massive amount of attention. By the end of the program, Matias looks at the footage live on air and says that both he and the TV
See,
crew
now it's
have
working
no
correctly. I don't know why it did
what
that.
This
Sometimes
is.
it does that where
But they do note that whatever
certain
it is,
brushes
it doesn't seem to
just
have any legs.
their settings. I don't know why it does that.
Estábamos en vivo. Esto sucedió en vivo. A ver, esto no es, o sea, no estamos jodiendo, se los digo en serio, No estamos jodiendo, esto pasó en vivo cuando estábamos
Sometimes
hablando
they
del
just
tiempo y
end
la
up
cámara de
deleting it.
paso de la
I'm just like,
página.
okay,
Viene corriendo. Ay, ¿qué es eso?
But this is
No
a
tiene
really
patas.
good dithering set. Like, this is my
Continental
favorite,
Inn.
so I'm not gonna let
Jenna
go
Snow
of it that
works at the
easily.
Continental Inn in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. A hotel which sits right
That's
across the
better.
road from
This
a
is dithering.
cemetery that
See,
is the
this is
final
dithering.
resting place of
You can
nearly
see the
19,000
cross-hatching.
bodies. With a location like that, it's no wonder that the hotel has built up quite a bit of a reputation for
Can I
being
change
haunted.
the color?
Now Jenna is working the front desk
Yes, I
at
can.
5 in the
Okay,
morning when she and one of her
fantastic. This is
coworkers,
what I wanted.
Tim, spots something very odd on the lobby security camera.
They said it's not the hotel that's haunted, it's the graveyard.
Oh.
So this service road here where Danny and I used to park, that's the old Stony Plain Road. Do you really think they, when they dug up all the bodies here, that was a good one, moved them over to the graveyard?
They dug up the bodies and what?
They have it there, buddy? Yeah. Hey, Noel. What's up?
Oh yeah, I see it again.
Yeah, let's try and sit in the chair. Sometimes he'll stay there for a minute.
He is. How do you know this?
Well, because Danny and I caught him earlier when Danny was in the games room locking up. I freaked the out because I saw it. And then I tried to do a video review to record it, and it wouldn't let me.
A faint, pale figure can be seen moving around the hotel lobby and sitting down in one of the chairs, before just disappearing completely. Jenna's coworker Tim claims that he's seen the bizarre figure many times before, and he believes that it has wandered over from the cemetery across the road. But, lost spirit or not, I leave that up to you to decide. Mirror, mirror. Melina Zunder is celebrating Mother's Day in her home in Nova Trento, Brazil. She records herself as she enjoys a Brazilian dessert treat and shows the thoughtful present that she received from her son. But then, something happens that shocks her to her core.
Gente, eu vou comer com vocês o melhor brigadeiro da vida, que é da doceria da Lulu. E olha que bonitinho que eu ganhei no Dia das Mães atrasado. Ela me deu. É espelhinho de bom.
The shading's gonna look a little more dynamic.
Olha.
I'll show
que
you.
lindo. Deixa eu abrir. Ai, meu Deus.
In fact, I kind of want to just shade it with...
E agora vamos provar. Eu tô, tipo assim, viciada nesse brigadeiro dela. É simplesmente o melhor brigadeiro que eu já comi na minha vida.
Shading it with a nice pink.
In the reflection in the mirror, a pale face can be seen looking right at Melina.
Oh my God!
Almost as if someone was standing right in front of her. After reviewing her video 2 days later, Melina is shocked. She posts the video to her TikTok in search of answers. The video goes viral, quickly gaining over 3 million views. Many stunned viewers wonder whether there's anything in front of her that could have been reflected in the mirror, like a TV. But Melina shows that in front of where she was sitting at the time, there's actually a backyard, not even a wall. She also says that her husband and son were inside at the time. So just who or what is this? And did that mirror come with an uninvited guest attached? Crossing over. TikTok user Mutalu4256 is driving down a quiet road somewhere in Thailand at around 8 o'clock in the evening. Suddenly, well, just watch. A woman wearing a white dress appears out of nowhere, forcing the panicked driver to swerve around her. When brightening and slowing down the footage, things get even weirder.
Whoa.
The eerie apparition seems to only partially appear, and then it just disappears altogether. So could this driver have captured evidence of the paranormal on his dash cam?
Yes, he did.
You decide.
I decided he did.
Apartment tour gone wrong. A realtor from Ladson, South Carolina is giving a tour of a brand new luxury apartment to an interested couple. Then it goes terribly wrong.
Shit just goes terribly wrong.
So this is the pool. Yeah, that would help me actually.
What was that noise?
Yeah. Is that closet?
That's washer dryer hookups.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
Oh, sorry I kicked you.
Who got murdered here?
There's a person in there.
Whoa! That's a whole ass nigga. He's just in there laying.
There's a person in there.
There's a person in here? Hello?
Yep.
I'm so sorry about that. It's okay.
The woman touring the apartment heads alone into the back bedroom and checks out the closet. But surprise, because there's just some weird dude hiding in there. Understandably, she kind of freaks out and runs out of the room and warns the others. The realtor is shocked, and after checking out the bedroom herself, she just says, okay, we're gonna go.
There's a person in there.
Yep. Squatting. Hello? Bro was literally just squatting in there.
Now, it bears repeating that these are brand new luxury apartments in a guarded community, so it seems odd that a squatter could even get in there. But what would you do if you were touring an apartment and a guy just popped out of the closet? We need scary videos, so if you see something scary that you think would be perfect for the top 5, send it to me at nukestop5@gmail.com while you are sleeping. It's 3 in the morning in Erie, Pennsylvania, and Jorge Cruz and his family are all fast asleep in bed. Suddenly,
I don't know what I would
bedroom
do.
door slams shut.
I'd be like,
Now,
I'm
Jorge
gonna
is woken
go.
up by the sound, but
I don't
doesn't
think this is
much
a
of
good
it
fit
and
for me.
goes back to sleep. But the next day, he begins to wonder what could have caused the door to slam. He checks their baby monitor footage, and what he finds makes his blood run cold.
I'd be like, yeah, I'm good. Whoa. Yo, who's up on the baby though? doing this? Who's doing this to baby? I'll kill you. Bruh. Hell nah! Hell nah!
Loud banging can be heard before the bedroom door slams shut. Then a dark shadow-like figure can be seen creeping up the bottom of the baby's crib, seemingly watching the child sleep. The dark mass seems to reach over toward the child, even moving around a stuffed animal. Then it simply disappears into thin air. Jorge says that he feels the entity might be a dark presence in his home. So did the family capture a paranormal entity on camera? Let me know what you think.
Is it a dark presence if it's just watching over your baby and trying to make sure it's comfortable?
Freaked out when they notice a chair mysteriously rocking back and forth.
I wouldn't want that near my baby though, but still, you know.
Look, you guys, it rocks, but then it stops on its own when I come outside. Let's see if I could get it on camera. There's like no wind. That's I know, Blue, someone's there, huh? I know it. I know. I don't know why it does that.
Yeah, it could be a deceased family member.
It does it every time, you guys. This is the third time. I can't believe I caught it on camera.
Ooh.
Sick on Blue.
Hey.
Creepy,
be nice.
Right? Katie, I guess I do have a ghost, bitch. Get on Blue. I'm shutting the door.
Little Shih Tzu puppy Blue anxiously barks and growls at the chair as it continues to rock back and forth all on its own. Now, unfortunately, the original source of this video was lost through the internet, almost like it was erased entirely. But many curious viewers of the video believe Blue can see or sense something.
Yeah, dog knows, bro. The dog knows.
Wonder whether the chair belonged to someone who might have passed away. But without a source, whatever happened next remains a mystery. Peeker. TikTok user Celeste Castro from the city of Culiacan, Mexico is home alone at 1 a.m. when she hears strange sounds coming from her living room.
No. No mames, no sé qué hacer ya, no sé qué hacer.
Bruh.
No mames, güey, no mames, está abierta la puta puerta. Ay, no. Voy a cerrar la puerta. No hay nadie, o sea, no hay nadie. No hay nadie. Voy a cerrar la puerta y le voy a poner seguro porque la neta se supone, no hay nadie, literal, no hay nadie, plebes. O sea, no sé qué voy a hacer. Aquí voy a dejar el celular grabando aquí. A ver si capta algo, porque la neta ya me harté de que estén pasando cosas y no sepa qué es. La voy a dejar grabando y me voy a ir al cuarto. Me da mucho miedo, please, me da mucho miedo ver lo que hay.
Even in the background of this video, you can just hear the ghost just doing its thing. Whoa. Just doing their little thing, bro. You're the one intruding. Ever thought about that?
Yo quiero saber lo que realmente pasó.
Bruh.
No mames, no mames, no mames. No mames, no mames. No mames, güey, no mames. ¿Qué vergas es eso? ¿Qué vergas es eso? Me está dando miedo. Te lo juro que estoy temblando. ¡No! ¡No mames! ¡No mames! ¡No mames! ¡No mames!
Celeste gets the scare of a lifetime when she sees something peek out from behind her kitchen refrigerator. That's about enough, and she just gets out of there. She spent the rest of the night at her cousin's house.
Yeah, bro.
Celeste claims that she has no idea what she captured on her phone that night. She says that nothing weird or out of the ordinary has happened at her house since then. But is it real, or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
No, mommy's gay.
A house with horrible history. Reddit user Octopus Funeral has been experiencing terrifying paranormal activity in his home in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So the backstory on his house is that nearly 100 years ago, in 1925, a man suffered an extreme nervous breakdown and brutally ended the lives of his 2 young daughters before ending his own life. Now, almost a century later, Reddit user
I'd be
Octopus
gone,
Funeral
bro.
says
I'd
he
be out of
used to
there.
be a skeptic, but that
Hold
all
on, I'm gonna go to the
changed when he
bathroom, but I'm
moved
gonna let the
into
video
this
play.
house. He says that strange unexplained events begin to haunt his family. He says the paranormal encounters became more extreme and aggressive with every passing day in the house. One day, he's in the basement doing laundry, and he feels that something is just kind of off. He takes out his phone and starts to record. What happens next is downright creepy.
Like I was saying earlier, most of the stuff does happen down here. And I mean, you can't really. That's freaky stuff right there, man. Yep, that's what you call it. I hate that. Freaks me out, man. It's giving me goosebumps. Boy, here we go with the door now. Yeah, I don't like that. Ooh, that's creepy. So that door always swings wide open and it stays open. It doesn't ever close, stay like that. Oh, there you go. Let go of it. Oh crap.
I'm back!
Reddit user Octopus Funeral says that the paranormal activity in the house freaked him out so much that he and his family eventually just moved out back in 2017. He says that since then, he didn't even want to think about that house. But only recently, he decided to transfer this video from his old phone to share with the paranormal community on Reddit. So is this old house in Philadelphia haunted by the tragic spirits who lost their lives there?
Yes.
You decide.
I didn't even watch the video, but yes.
TikTok user Hevelista says he made the terrible mistake of fooling around with a Ouija board at his home in Germany. And, of course, it did not go well.
Leute, ich schwöre euch bei Gott, diese Tür von dieser Uhr, ne? Die ist eben einfach aufgegangen. Ich wollte mich gerade schlafen legen, auf einmal ist die aufgegangen. Die ganzen Tage ist die nicht aufgegangen und jetzt gerade hat die sich einfach geöffnet, Digga. Bro, ich kack mir in die Hose fast. Wenn hier irgendwas in diesem Raum ist, dann macht diese Tür auf. Wenn hier irgendein Geist oder so drin ist und du mich hören kannst, dann mach diese Tür auf.
Yo, that's not good, bruh.
Bro, ich schwöre bei Gott, ich schwöre auf meine Mutter, hier ist keine Schnur oder so, nicht, dass ihr denkt, ich verarsche euch, Bruder. Guck mal. Guck mal. Hier ist keine Schnur, nix, ich schwöre auf meine Mutter. Gar nix.
Bruh! That's a bruh moment.
Oh mein Gott. Oh mein Gott. Diese Ouija-Boards genau hier.
Oh my God in Himmel.
Diese Ouija-Boards genau hier dran.
Bro! Stop the fucking crumbling!
Mein Herz ist am Rasen, Bruder. Mein Herz ist am Rasen. Mein Herz.
Honestly, I would just ignore this. I'd just be like, well, shit.
The door of an antique clock hanging on the wall opens up by itself, after which the pendulum just drops right out of the clock's frame. TikTok user Hevelizda says that's about enough. And the very next day, he burns both the clock and the Ouija board.
Yep.
But this begs the question, what would you do? Would you just burn it all? Let me know. Really quick, I just wanted to mention that there was also a video posted last week, and I know I'm posting now a lot sooner than usual, so make sure you didn't miss last week's video. I really do appreciate you.
Lady Gaga? Was that Shakira? I know. Kofu stream idea Ouija board with friends. That would be awesome. I would love to do that. Shady would never agree, though. I know Shady's ass would never agree to that. Shady would sooner... Bro, I don't even know what Shady would sooner do. Shady would sooner... What would you sooner do? What would you sooner do, Shady? You have to fill this in. I want another one. I know I said that would be the last one, but I really want another one. It's like the most digestible, like, bite-sized content. It's awesome. Yeah, they would probably rather do meth. I'd unblock my ex first. Damn!
The Schrader Road Tunnel. Built underneath a set of railroad tracks in 1927, the old road tunnel is said to be extremely haunted. The story goes that long ago a woman was carrying her baby while walking along the train tracks late at night. The two were hit by an oncoming train. It is said that her ghost and the ghost of her baby haunt the Schrader Road Tunnel. Many people who have traveled through the tunnel report that they have seen the ghostly figure of a woman holding her baby. Others report hearing odd, unexplained wails and moans. Because of this, locals started referring to the Schrader Tunnel by a very different and much creepier name, the Crybaby Tunnel. So, Levi Woodruff is intrigued by the spooky stories and sets out to explore the Crybaby Tunnel late one night. As you might imagine, it did not go well.
So I've been down in here in a place called Crybaby's Tunnel. It's a place that's local around my area. And they say she got hit on the tracks with her baby, or her body was dumped right there in the creek down here. There's something dead right there.
Wow.
There's something dead right there.
That's very quick. You literally just went to the haunted ghost spot and you were like, oh.
I've been out here forever trying to get stuff done. This place is spooky. Is anybody out there?
Bro, don't yell that when the demon cult might be there. That sounded real. How did you edit that in? Do you just...
Right.
But that's... Maybe it's teens playing a prank?
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
Hell no. Hell no.
With a flashlight, Levi suddenly hears the disturbing cries of a baby.
Why'd you say she eat a treat?
Familiar with the spooky stories about the tunnel, Levi makes a run for it. So could these cries belong to the spirit of the baby that tragically passed away at the creepy old railroad tunnel? And
no, babies don't have ghosts.
Mother also inside, just waiting for someone.
I don't feel like babies were attached enough to their lives to be, you know, ghosts. But I think teenagers are probably there and they played it on their phone.
The house.
That's what I would assume. I'm like, bruh, y'all, because you literally just like, hello, is anybody there? That's what I would do. I would play a fucking video of babies crying.
Real estate there. In one of his videos, Anthony is giving a tour through an affordable 4-bedroom home in Fukuoka City, Japan, when this happens.
Here's what $760 gets you in Fukuoka, Japan. Now today we have a classic Japanese home, starting with a very nice tatami room. This house will run you a monthly rent of 12 man. This 4-bedroom home is in a wonderful location. 3-minute walk away from a supermarket, electronics store, and convenience stores.
Bruh.
Did you see it? Well, Anthony didn't. But soon after he enters, a shadow can be seen moving around and standing behind a translucent Japanese-style wall. But when Anthony looks behind the wall, there's no one there. But Anthony didn't notice any of this until shocked viewers quickly flooded the comment section, wondering if the reasonable price of only $760 a month for a 4-bedroom home in a large popular city has anything to do with that. Some viewers even jokingly ask if the ghost is included with the house.
Is the ghost included?
Is this a Japanese ghost or not? And would you pay $760 a month to live with one?
Yeah.
I'll leave that up to you to decide. Reaper. TikTok user Jess is a certified nursing assistant. One night she's working
How can you jack off or shower or do anything in a house with a ghost?
Children's hospital in Maine. She spots something that sends a chill down her spine.
Okay,
it does a little bit. But there was no one there when he looked, and I don't see how they could have moved that fast.
What is that? Because it is not me.
Editing does magic, though. You can do anything with editing magic.
Is that?
Now that I can't explain.
And here comes the door.
How are you gonna edit that in?
And nobody's there. But yet.
What is that? What even is that?
A dark human.
I've read enough Dojin to know what happens in that situation. Pretty much.
But
awkward virgin dies and is granted by the hentai gods to become a poltergeist.
There to collect someone to take their
we need
soul
Captain
to the
Disillusion
other
in the
side.
chat.
Jess confirms
Honestly,
that,
yeah, we do.
one
I
of
love
her
that dude's
patients
videos.
actually
They're so
did
good.
Pass away the following day.
What?
It's worth mentioning that Nurse Jess has never posted any paranormal content on her TikTok and has only ever shared videos about her life and experiences working as a certified nursing assistant. So could this be a Reaper caught on camera? You decide.
I don't know.
Down below. Crafter Maura Johnson from Huntington Beach, California is packing for a trip to sell her handmade goods at a Las Vegas trade show.
Yay.
Suddenly, she and her business partner hear something downright creepy coming from somewhere just below their feet.
We're trying to deal with this. I have had not enough coffee to deal with this. Honestly, this is coming from the dream.
Bro, it's just teenagers making creepy noises.
Do you hear it? Where is that?
It's literally... Bro, I know that's me and my friends making creepy noises.
Obnoxious as hell.
Bro,
it's just people doing that to fuck
Maura
with
and
you.
her business partner hear creepy
You're
sounds
falling
that can only
for
be
it.
described is singing coming from the sewer drain. The time of this recording is at 5:45 in the morning, so it makes no sense that anyone would be down in the sewer that early.
Crackheads, bro! Crackheads! Crackheads are up at every time of the day. Crackheads are up at 1 p.m., they're up at 5 p.m., 7 p.m., 12 a.m., 4 a.m., 7 a.m. It doesn't stop. The crack doesn't wait for time. It doesn't wait for the sun to rise or set. It's only crack. Bro, it's just crackheads. Leave them be. It's literally just crackheads doing what they do. Crackheads love that shit, bro. Just let them be. Crackheads don't usually bring harm. They're usually not harmful. Crack is pretty pog. It's called Last War. It's going viral because they made a real game based on the fake game in the ad. LOL.
Now, Mara is in no way claiming that she captured anything otherworldly. In fact, none of her videos on her TikTok page have anything to do with the paranormal.
Yeah,
at all.
personally, I don't
Mara
think
simply
that's
posted this
paranormal.
one
I think
creepy,
it's just a
unexplained
crackhead.
moment that she experienced. So, just what is this? And who or what is down in the sewer singing at 5:45 in the morning? For now, this eerie capture remains unexplained. We need scary videos, so if you see something scary that you think would be perfect for the top 5, send it to me at nukestop5@gmail.com. A room with a view. Ever since they moved into their new apartment, Joey Chalupny and his family have been experiencing strange, unexplained activity. Their furniture and belongings seem to inexplicably move on their own. Their infant son's toys turn on and off at random, and they often hear the sound of doors and cabinets opening and closing on their own. So on this particular day, Joey suddenly hears something very odd coming from his son's bedroom. He is determined to capture evidence of the supernatural activity in the apartment, so he takes out his phone and begins to record. What he captures is truly chilling.
So me and my wife have been living in this apartment for about 6 months now. For the past 2 weeks, some weird things have been happening in our son's room. So I wasn't gonna record, but I came here to feed the cats. We have 2 cats. So I came over to feed them, and I noticed that in his room, my son's room back here, there's one of my cats, I can hear his toy being played.
When you have 4 cats, it feels like you just have a cat everywhere.
It is playing right now. And I don't know why it's playing right now. I didn't leave it on. But even if I did leave it on, like I'll turn it off. Even if I did turn it on, it wouldn't automatically play. You'd have to, even if I brush over the keys, it doesn't really go. So you'd have to really press the button and make it go. And it was not on, and it turned on, and I could hear it. And that's why I started recording. And now that I'm looking around, there's stuff knocked over. There's plants knocked over. There's fake plants knocked over. There's books on the ground. The wipes are on the floor. I don't know what is going on. And there is no one here. I am here by myself. There's nothing here. Do you see that? Am I insane? Am I insane? Someone just walked by the window. And I will go out there and show you that no one is here. This door is locked. This is the door you're just looking at. This door is locked. There's nothing out here. Nothing out here. There's a closet door. This is also locked. I don't think we've ever opened that door. It's always been locked.
There's no way for anyone to be in there.
Weirdest things are happening.
An electronic toy turns on by itself, and as Joey looks around the room, a strange shadow can be seen passing by the balcony window. Joey shows that there's no one outside and that there's nowhere for anyone to hide. In fact, this window is on an enclosed balcony 12 feet off the ground. It would basically be impossible for anyone to climb up, walk by this window, and then just disappear by the time Joey rushed outside. Later that evening, Joey receives a motion notification from the nanny cam in his son's room. He checks the feed and is shocked by what he finds.
If you look really closely, the rocking chair starts to move. It's in the corner.
Damn!
You can see it's very slight, but you can see the shadow kind of moving. It's rocking. On its own. There's no one there. Everyone is at my mom's house right now. Everyone's at my mom's house. And then the wipes fly off the dresser. And then the hamper. The baby's hamper falls over. Like, what is going on? No one's there. What is happening?
A rocking chair sitting in the corner of his son's bedroom begins to rock back and forth by itself, almost as if someone is sitting in it. Then some baby wipes fly off the dresser and a hamper falls over onto the floor. Joey says that the family has already made plans to move to another apartment, and until then, they will be staying at his mother's house. Scary videos. Jason Barber from Salisbury, North Carolina comes home from work and he gets the unexpected scare of a lifetime.
That's funny. That's really funny. What are you gonna do?
A big angry snake is hiding around the edges of Jason's front door and lunges out in an attempt to bite him. Luckily for Jason, the bite was a miss and the snake is actually a non-poisonous black rat snake. But something to be learned from this. If you walk up and your cat is just staring at the door and meowing for no reason, maybe take a closer look before you just head in. In another clip, a man and woman have a similar scary encounter.
This is kind of funny. Bruh. Snakes are the real ghosts.
The couple pulls out an old step stool and is shocked to find a large snake hiding under a box right in front of it. They make a run for it with their puppy following close behind. But
Poor
the puppy is
puppy.
not gonna let the snake have his toy. So he just runs back in and yoinks it away. Snake or not, nothing is getting his favorite toy.
Yeah!
Game changer.
Fuck it up!
Viewer Christopher Duncan emailed us some creepy CCTV footage captured at a small church in rural Mississippi. The CCTV camera is recording the playroom of the church's, quote, youth group when something happens that no one at the church can explain.
Watch, John. Are you watching this thing? It's not moving. No. Oh, no. Watch. Watch, John. Watch.
What? Why did it freeze? I'm watching.
Watch.
John, watch. Bro. Is my internet fucking up? Refresh? I guess it dropped out for a second. We come in peace and for some hot tour.
Are you watching this thing? It's not moving. No. Oh, no. Watch.
Well, I do kind of want like a little.
Watch, John. Watch.
That hurts so bad.
Nobody listens to me. There's ghosts in here. Nobody listens to me.
Watch it.
It's about to go crazy and break. It's still moving, y'all. It's still moving.
If it floats in the air and goes for the child, you'll freak out. And then it just moves. It's so good.
A pool stick on the floor of the church playroom can be seen rolling around, shaking, and vibrating all on its own before it just snaps right in half.
Whoa.
Chris says that the kids in the room were so busy and loud that they didn't even notice the creepy event. But after playtime, church officials found the broken pool stick on the floor and went back to check the CCTV footage to find out just who did it. They were pretty shocked to see that the pool stick seemed to just break on its own. Chris says the church is known to be haunted and that there have been many other incidents of paranormal activity over the last 20 years. So could this be the work of an angry spirit or an aggressive entity? And why at a church? Let me know what you think. Strange noises from the toilet. This next video was posted to the Nukes Top 5 subreddit, and I really appreciate all my subreddit followers So I'm just gonna repeat what someone on there wrote that I should say about this video. Reddit user Minato caught something really odd on his home camera while pooping.
That's
so user
really
Minato
funny.
is actually a guy named Dustin, and he apparently has an extensive collection of bongs. But
nice.
Let's just analyze what Dustin heard while
I have a few myself as well.
Dropping the kids off at the pool.
Dropping the kids off at the pool.
Hello?
A soft female voice can be heard calling out, Dustin?
Hello?
Hello?
Now Dustin is home alone, but he says the voice was so clear that he thought a stranger was standing right outside his bathroom door. Even creepier, Dustin's two dogs seem to be anxiously looking around the living room.
Yeah.
Almost as if they can see something that we can't. So did Dustin capture, quote, something really odd on his home camera while pooping? And just how many bongs does one fellow need? Dustin, you can answer these questions and more down in the comments.
Down in the comments. Hello?
Hello?
Melville Cemetery. A Nuke Stop 5 viewer and YouTuber who goes by the name Wishy reached out to us about a live stream from the allegedly haunted Melville Cemetery in Melville, New York. Wishy says that his friend Brian went out to broadcast a Ouija board session
my friend
live from the
Rosie actually
Melville
was there
Cemetery
once too.
while his friends
And
watched
she
and
was
talked
like
to
it
him
was
on
really
Discord.
haunted.
Now, the Melville Cemetery is located on Sweet Hollow Road, a road that has many tragic and ghostly legends attached to it. One such legend is that a school bus driver lost control and drove off the bridge crossing Sweet Hollow Road. All of the school children on the bus met a tragic fate. Another legend says that 3 boys took their own lives by hanging themselves from that very same Sweet Hollow Bridge. So it goes without saying that Sweet Hollow Road and the cemetery are said to be extremely haunted. Brian is on a Discord call with his friends, who you'll hear in the background, and he is streaming live as he decides to do a Ouija board session just outside the gate
Oh, this is
of the
gonna be
Melville
me.
Cemetery. Things
I
start to
have
go
a cemetery
wrong,
I can go
and what
to.
happens next is truly
I know exactly where
terrifying.
to go. That's not the color.
Bro, that's moving.
That shit moving.
Oh my god, look up.
Why is it going to no?
It said no.
It said no.
You're like, yo, the camera's moving. Yo, bro, the camera's moving.
What?
Bro, I'm leaving, bro. Yo, I'm leaving.
No, don't
It's you that
leave.
moved the camera. Bro, the fucking car is going off, bro. Yo! Bro.
Understandably, Brian is a little freaked out, but he manages to stay calm, reposition his camera, and continue his live stream.
Are there any spirits here that would like to talk to me? Bro, I didn't even ask it.
Ooh! Look at this effect.
That's insane, dude.
I really like that.
Was that you that just turned on the alarm?
Y'all saw that? Y'all saw that? Okay?
Yes.
I really like this.
Bro.
This is a good drawing. No, yeah, this is real. I already feel it. It's real.
I left the keys over. I'm panicking, bro. Where the are the keys?
Brian is a little freaked out, but his friends keep telling him that he needs to go and say goodbye using the Ouija board. You see, in the paranormal community, not signing off by saying goodbye at the end of a session is considered to be a horrible mistake and is said to invite the contacted spirit to remain attached to the Ouija board user.
Yeah.
So Brian goes back, and this is when shit goes sideways.
I took the lights and everything. Bro. Thank God, bro. Bro, the board went in.
Get the phone, get your phone. Get out there, bro. Oh my God, I saw that. We caught that on camera.
I'm leaving, bro.
Yo, get the f*** out of here. Get the f*** out of here.
I'm leaving.
Get the f*** out.
Have a good night, Shandy.
The Ouija board suddenly slides across the pavement to the other side of
I'm
the
about
locked
to
gate,
finish streaming.
right into Melville Cemetery.
Good night, my
Brian
love.
starts to leave, but after everything that has happened, he again begins to worry that he didn't say goodbye after using the Ouija board.
Ooh, I like the streaky
Brian goes
look.
back
It's so
again.
good.
He plans to jump the fence and retrieve the board.
Okay.
I'm jumping the fence, bro. I'm jumping the fence.
Sailor Becky Moon.
Bro, Chris, look at the stream.
Oh my God, bro.
There's a big fire in there.
Shady will have night terrors because of
There's
this.
a fire.
Yeah, they will.
Get out of the run.
But they'll be alright.
Get out of there.
Bro, what is burning though?
I'll let this finish playing.
A fire can be seen burning on the road inside the cemetery. Even though his friends advise him to just leave, Brian once again feels that he should definitely try to retrieve that board to say goodbye.
Yeah, he needs to.
No. Bro, you had to do some. No, I wasn't on my phone. I was looking at oh shit. Look,
Bro.
show the fire.
Bruh, nah.
It was literally a fire. We should have come on.
Bro, I'm jumping.
Earlier today, you did your blessings, you did your prayers.
Bro, it's literally graves.
Don't blame me. What if it's like a graveyard watch or something?
No, it's not. Bro, I see it.
What?
Yo, it's the board. It's the board and the planchette.
No, with the planchette.
Oh my God.
Bruh,
I'm
no!
touching it.
Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Try to say goodbye. Oh, the board is burnt. Oh my God. The board is burnt. Oh, sorry. I don't know the board. That was the board. That was the f***ing board.
So do I just say goodbye?
Oh my God.
This is real.
Oh my God, bro.
Goodbye.
Say goodbye. Just say goodbye. Drag it. Say goodbye.
I did.
Brian is finally able to say goodbye on the Ouija board, and he just gets out of there. But is it real? Or is it all just a very elaborate live stream hoax? I leave that up to you.
How do you do that though?
You can see even more of this scary live Ouija board session over on the YouTube channel, I'm Wishy.
How do you do that?
Tattoo artist Liz Cruz is working on a customer's tattoo in her home studio in
A
Erie,
little bit.
Pennsylvania. Things suddenly take a very disturbing turn.
I'm just like adjusting the needle a little bit, and we'll let that stencil dry for a couple so it doesn't rub off. This one's gonna be better than black and just that heart reading. Yeah, definitely. I think that would look really cute, like especially like if I like blend it in, like blend it together. What's wrong? What happened? The table just moved. What the f*** you mean the table just moved? It just f***ing moved. In the name of Jesus, leave us the f*** alone. What do you mean? I swear to God.
Yep.
Hell no.
The table with Liz's
Hell
tattoo
no.
supplies suddenly rolls away from her all by itself.
They don't
Liz
like
and the customer
tattoos.
are a
They
bit
think it's
freaked
blasphemous.
out, but try to remain calm. But then a chair lurches out from a table nearby, and the two have had about enough.
Yep.
They get up and just make a run for it. Tattoo artist Liz says that she has no idea what happened to them that day, but she believes that they might have experienced something, quote, far beyond the ordinary. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and even TikTok. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Well, boys, it's been a good one. I love every nyan, and I hope everyone has a good night's sleep, and remember that I am underneath your walls, I am in your house, I am killing you, and I will get my way.